launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
I go into the bathroom quite often. There's a full bowl of urine just waiting for me.
No.
I swear to God, somebody here doesn't have a reflection. Somebody here's a vampire. Because I've never had that thing not go off, that automatic flusher. It's always gone off.
Yeah, I've had it where I'm standing there and it's just like, you got to be done by now. And just whoosh. And I'm like, I'm not done. Stop whooshing. Let me finish. Whoosh. Stop whooshing. Whoosh. Stop whooshing.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing.
It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
It is Wildcard Wednesday.
Yes.
Timmy's here. Teddy's here. I had no idea Teddy was working double duty today. Did you produce the last hour of the last show?
Oh, he's been here since yesterday. We didn't let him off the board.
I did. Big thanks go out to our guy, Eric Reeser, though. He did the bulk of the show.
He did too.
I just came in and closed out the show for the last hour. Yeah.
I was wondering where you were.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you had to take a dump.
No, Tim's making all of us work extra shifts now.
Yeah.
That's part of his deal.
You do it and you like it.
Well, it's Wildcard Wednesday. And it's a special Wildcard Wednesday because Ted is working today. Normally, he's gone. Today, he's here.
It's awesome. I mean, just to see Ted's face.
Look at him.
On a Wednesday, usually a Panama Ted Wednesday. I don't know what that means. Is a Panama Ted Wednesday? Does that mean he's here or does that mean he's gone?
No, it means he's gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, interact with us on Twitter /X at manandbone971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Also, jump in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live stream, and then the chat will come up on the right-hand side of the screen. And while you're doing things on YouTube, go search Common Man's Basement and subscribe to that too. I've had people ask if I'm doing another one on Friday. No, I'm not. Take a couple weeks off, so to reassess what I want to do with that, come back, do episode 2 shortly.
Good.
In the buff.
Oh, great.
All naked.
At least wearing like a tank top or something.
Nothing.
That would be provocative. What about a
Booby
robe?
tassels.
A robe with the chain.
You know what? I don't own a robe.
I like the robe.
I can get one of Kristen's robes and really squeeze into that.
I love that.
You know, I regret this. Back in the day, I used to collect memorabilia.
Sure.
I was heavy into memorabilia, and I used to really like wrestling, and I would collect wrestling memorabilia. I had a Ric Flair robe.
Really?
I had a robe.
Satin?
It was everything.
Whoa.
It was ring worn, all of it. Smelled like cheap hookers and booze. Right?
Was it an actual Ric Flair?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It was owned by Ric Flair.
You paid a pretty penny for this.
I paid for it. There was Ric Flair juice on it. Everything. And I sold it. I regret selling it. I wish I still had it because I would show up doing the YouTube stream just wearing that.
So
going, woo! Woo!
How many times did you put that thing on around the house?
A couple times.
You put it on when no one was around, didn't you? You sick son of a gun. You just walked around the upstairs.
Times.
You went into the bathroom and walked past the mirror a couple of times.
Styling and profiling.
Look at me. Yes, he is.
All right, we had the baseball last night. American League beats the National League 5-3. Did you watch it?
I tuned in for just a couple of minutes. I actually tuned in right when Jarren Duran hit that 2-run bomb. So Hunter Green was pitching. So that was the 5th inning. I saw the bomb, and then it wound up being that score at 5-3.
I watched some of it. I hate the uniforms. I've talked about this. You know, Rob Manfred did say that they're going to have conversations about switching the uniforms back.
We'll see. Whatever.
Which is what they should do because everybody hates. Players hate. Fans hate. Everybody hates. And if you're going to do uniforms, at least make them look good. These look like giant sticks of poo. Here's the question that I do have, though. and you can't answer this, and really nobody here can answer this. I'm not from Texas. I don't really know anybody from Texas. Are people from Texas just tired of every single time something emanates from Texas? It's like, yeehaw, get him, cowboy. Oh yeah. I mean, that was the theme last night. It was like,
all the intros and outros.
I'm going to ride the mechanical bull.
Yep.
I'm from Texas. It's the Old West. How stupid is this? Why do we keep doing this? Like Dallas, Texas isn't one of the biggest finance hubs in the country, like white-collar jobs and rich oil men and stuff like that, and yet we're still doing yeehaw like it's the Old West?
Yes.
You got somebody out there lassoing?
Yes. This is the Lone Star State, son.
But my question is, do people
wearing
from
belt
Texas
buckles.
see that and get proud? They say, like, yes, Texas, represent. Or do they see that and say, again? Again with the mechanical bull?
I don't know if it's something that's fully ingrained in their culture. I've not been friends with a lot of people that are from Texas, that grew up, that were born and grew up in Texas. Been down there a bunch of times, and I feel like most of the places you go, that isn't shoved in your face all the time, right? You've been to Texas, you've been to games, you've been to Dallas,
I've never been to Texas.
You've never been to Texas?
I will live and die.
Never going.
And never go to Texas.
No.
I hope they secede from the Union.
The only time that I've ever gone there was for sports purposes. I never went there on my own accord.
I just wonder. And what's the equivalent of that? I guess, you know, like
we don't have an equivalent of that in Columbus, right?
I'm from Chicago. It's like
we're just rubbing deep dish slices all over our bodies.
Well,
that
look,
would be the intro and outro. Just Lou Malnati's here. Giordano's there.
They'll have stuff like that, like the camera shots of
like
the
Sunday
iconic
night football, in and out of break.
But it's not like you have like a dancing pizza on the field.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's Al Capone with his Tommy gun.
Al Capone's just shooting blanks.
What? We're in Chicago. The mob.
Yeah, the mobsters. That would be like.
What would it be if it were for here? What would it be? I mean, just gratuitous shots of Ohio State all the time, of course. Like a Family Ties reunion. Michael Gross is there.
Yeah.
Meredith Baxter Birney.
No, yeah, that's a good question. What would Ohio's or Central Ohio's thing be? I do feel like you mentioned the Buckeyes. Sports is one of our big things. We don't have an NFL franchise here, but...
Well, look, the city is changing. There are some people who still think of this place as a cow town, and that bothers me because it's not. It's a city. It has culture. It has people moving from all over the place, and then they develop their own culture that is unique to this area. That's exciting. But the reason why Columbus for a long time was used as a test market is because there wasn't a ton of identity here. Right?
That's a good point.
There wasn't a ton of, oh, no, I only eat this, or, oh, no, I only drink that. You know, if Pizza Hut were to test something in my neighborhood in Chicago, they'd never get any response.
Right. Because they have their ways, and it's a very traditional
You have your own ways of doing things there. We are getting there as a city. We are developing those things now. But in terms of, you know, like if an all-star game was here, what would you do? What would you focus on?
Right.
It would have to be Ohio State, right?
It'd have to be the Buckeyes. It'd have to be, you know, if you're not playing at the Shoe for whatever this event is or whatever big game you're playing in.
Right.
You're doing aerial shots of the Shoe, and then close-up shots of the Rotunda, and then you'd scan all the Heisman trophies that are at the Woody. I think you hit it. I think you knocked it out of the park. It's Ohio State. Maybe some of the iconic golf courses that are here. Shooting from the hip on that one. But you've got Jack's Place.
That's right.
That's a top course in the world.
That's right.
You've got Scioto. That's a top course in the world. And you've got the Golf Club, also a top course in the world.
Let me ask you a
People
question
don't know
about
a lot
the golf
about
club.
that one.
That's like a mysterious place.
Yeah, I got to play there one time through the Beamer connection.
All right. Now, I used to live in New Albany, so I know of the golf club.
Right.
I'm not a golfer.
Right.
But I know of it. I know where it is. It amazes me how there are so many people who like golf who still don't know where it is, have not played it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was asking you, would they ever want to do a tournament there?
No.
And you said absolutely not.
No.
And it's not because the course isn't good enough or it's not prestigious enough.
Plenty good enough.
It's just because they don't want people there. They want to keep it hidden.
And don't you respect
I do
a club
respect
like
it.
that?
I do
to
respect
some
that.
regard, because I know you are a man that looks for
I'm a
places. I'm a man. You look for places that can offer a certain kind of experience. You've made it to a certain point in your life.
Within
you like to have
reason.
within reason.
Okay, I don't want the certain type of
Not a
experience where it's like,
billionaire, but-
hey, are you white only?
No,
well,
I'm not talking.
Come on in.
Why do you got to say that?
What? Because
I'm
you know
not
what?
talking about
Didn't
that.
Augusta have that problem for a long time?
Yes, but that was then. All right, that was.
The new Albany
back
Country
then.
Club exists because the Columbus Country Club wouldn't let Jews in.
Maybe. Quite
It was a
possibly.
long time ago.
Yes.
But yes, these were things.
And the club that I belong to up at York, they have not heritage like that, but they, I think, are a Mason club, the Freemasons.
Freemasons.
Yeah, I think they've got some
I don't know
lineage
what the
to
hell that
I
means.
don't really know what it all
I
is
don't know
about either.
what it means.
I think of like the Bones Society, some of the secret clubs
Skull
at
and
Harvard
Bones
or
and-
Yale, some of those
I think
deals.
it's different than that.
But back to the golf club, there's something special when you pay that kind of premium. And I believe the way that their setup is very few members, and they all get back together at the start of a new year and see how the finances worked out. And they all decide together on what kind of renovations they want to do or what the budget is going to be for the next year. And then that goes out to all the members, and that's what you pay. That's what you pay if you want to continue to be a member at a club like that. And the day that I played there, and a dude who was Beamer's friend, and I've played with him a couple times, is a good dude, John Merrill. He works in the shop there, and it was one round like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was a late notice type of thing too. Like, hey, there's a spot open. Can you make it? And it was one of those deals where I'm like, I got to get out of work that day. 2 days notice.
Because you never knew
I'll try to. Yeah. And I did.
when the opportunity would
Right.
come again.
When's that opportunity going to come again? It was a
Right.
Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. We played, and I played pretty well. And it was just awesome. They've got like the wood planks lining the bunkers there. You don't really see a whole lot of homes. The governor was playing that day. That was like chirped about. He was, 6 or 7 holes ahead of us. There might have been 22 people, 20 people or so on the golf course when we were out there. It was great. So great.
Today is a very important day. Yes, it is Wildcard Wednesday. And we'll get to your wild cards coming up next. But there's also something else we have to celebrate today. We'll do it next. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for an accident that's on the left shoulder of eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 33 and Sawmill Road. And there's about a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on eastbound 70 on the west side at West Broad Street. It is stop and go from 670. This report is sponsored by Pierre's Ice Cream. Get your spoons ready for Pierre's Ice Cream. Cherry vanilla, cookies and cream, nuts about Buckeyes. All Pierre's flavors are next level. Made in Ohio, made with the best. Pierre's Ice Cream. We've got your flavor. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect that water is the reason parts of your concrete have gotten so uneven. Walkway tripping hazards, sinking pool deck, cracked driveways are dangerous threats to everyone's safety. But there's one way to learn how your concrete can be lifted. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Get so many great deals this week with one stop at Meijer. This week's hottest deals include Southern Peaches for 99 cents per pound. Fresh from Meijer Family Pack chicken breasts for $2.29 per pound. And Meijer shredded, sliced, or chunked cheese, 3 for $5. Plus, save even more with M-Perks when you shop in-store, online, and with every qualifying prescription filled at the Meijer Pharmacy. Meijer has everything you need in just one stop. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Wouldn't it be fun if we went back and aired old Buckeye games where they kicked the crap out of people?
It's happening, baby. Join Timmy Hall for Buckeye Replay, Saturday at 1.
This week, Ohio State and USC in the 2017 Cotton Bowl.
The Fan.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things that you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knee, arthritic pain like I was having in my knee, maybe your hip, your back, your shoulder. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that you can get lasting relief from. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Columbus, led by Dr. Ray Tesner. I'm talking about cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Listen, my dad was having knee pain. I was having knee pain. So we went over to QC Kinetics, and they were able to help us out. And 2 years out, I'm still feeling good. My dad can still move around. So learn how QC Kinetics can treat pain and enhance your joints and restore your mobility and give you long-term lasting relief with no downtime. So check them out. Go to 380-208-4544 or head to one of their offices in Dublin, Gahanna, or now the new one that's most recently opened in Grove City.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looks like we have one more day of the showers. The high today will be 81. Sunshine and less humidity tomorrow with a high of 80. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look gorgeous. Sunny skies with temperatures in the 80s every day. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with a look at your 10 TV weather impact forecasts on 97.1 The Fan.
Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing scarier than Bone's analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone is out today. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. I'm here. The Schmitz-Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Game is coming. Why picnic when you can Schmitnick? It's presented by Monogram Homes. It goes down on Saturday, 6:30 p.m. at Huntington Park, which means I only have 2 more days of reading this thing. Current Ohio State football players versus former Ohio State players. Cardale Jones is the captain for the former players. Emeka Buka is the captain for the current players. Tickets are only $10 and are available today at BuckeyeCruise.com.
Mm-hmm. And you get wonderful home run calls from me. That's right.
Yes, you're doing the play-by-play.
That's right. Me and Sanzenbacher. Sanzenbacher says he's more excited to throw the headset on than play in the actual game.
He should be.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's an honor to be broadcasting with you and on the Fan.
That's right. That's right, it is. And we, of course, will welcome any Buckeyes that want to join in and throw on the headset. Because while we want to call the game and do a good job, more importantly, we want to have fun.
That's right.
And entertain
it's about fun.
The listeners.
Today's a very special day. Today is Wildcard Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
It is also National Hot Dog Day.
What a day. That's a big one.
National hot dog day. Now, we talked about this. What was it, yesterday during Rapid Fire, Teddy? We talked hot dogs.
Yes.
My favorite hot dog is a Chicago dog. That's where I'm from. That's what I like. If you've had it, you know what it is. Mustard, neon green relish, pickle spear, sport peppers, tomatoes. What did I miss? Celery salt on top,
yeah,
steamed poppy seed bun. Have to have an all beef hot dog. Yes. Delicious. I can have 1,000,000 of them. If I'm going chili dog, I want cheese, I want onion, a touch of mustard, and then the chili.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then the only thing that I said yesterday,
you
when we were
put
talking
slaw
about
on top of
dogs,
yours, though,
we're
right?
talking about doing a Southern style, a Carolina. They call it all the way. That's mustard, onion, chili, slaw. You don't have the cheese. That's the only difference. Mustard, onion, chili, slaw.
Teddy, ideal hot dog for you. What's on it? If you say ketchup, get the hell out of here.
No, I think I enjoy the Skyline dogs. You know, just have a little chili on there, a little cheese and mustard on there. You know,
onion?
Maybe a little diced onion on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm a big fan of relish as well. So if you want to toss that on your hot dog, yeah, I'm good with that. And I'm not offended by ketchup on there, but I know you guys hate that. But
now I have just tweeted out an image, and Panama Ted, maybe you can retweet this at Man and Bone 971. I want to know what the proper burn level is, because for my money, it is just below being completely blackened.
Can I tell you something, though?
It's got to be charred. It's got to be burned. If it's a nice all-beef hot dog on a charcoal grill.
If I'm having a Chicago dog, I don't want it grilled at all. I want it steamed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want it steamed. I don't want grill marks on it. I want it steamed up. Now, if I'm doing a char dog, that's different.
Right. The traditional Chicago dog isn't done on a grill like that.
It's not. There are places that will char it. You know, they'll ask you, like, you want it steamed or you want it charred. But most places will give it to you steamed if it's not specified.
Right. The hot dog joint that I would go to in Carolina would have the grill had been in their hot dog shop for 50 or 60 years. So it had been completely seasoned and had taken its form throughout the years. But it was more like a Blackstone style, like Waffle House style, flat top griddle. So that's how all the dogs, and he would just line the dogs up, and he would push the charred ones into the back left corner, like up against the sidewalls. So those ones would get a little bit crispier and a little bit more seasoned.
I know you spent some time in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Going to Jersey Shore.
Going
stuff like that.
Going on vacation, going to the beach.
Have you ever had yourself a deep fried hot dog?
I've not.
From some of the Jersey places.
Yeah,
because they also have different degrees of doneness, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell them how you want it. If you want it just sort of kissed in the oil, I think that's called like an in-and-outer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what does the coating do? I'll have to look up a picture of that. But
it cracks.
It
cracks.
It doesn't become it's not a battered dog in anything,
No, it does not become a battered dog. It's just, the longer you leave it in, the more of that crispy bacon texture and flavor. I mean, if you leave it in long enough, it just will turn to dust.
So you can't do that.
But you could if you were nuts.
So you don't want to do that. You want to be able to have the flavor and taste it.
I've had a well done deep fried dog before.
No good?
No, it was fine. I mean, I wouldn't have it all the time.
It's almost like you're eating a chip, that kind of crispiness.
It's very crispy.
And it just
very crispy, tastes like crispy bacon. Which I'm a fan of, too. I like my bacon to shatter.
Oh, God.
All right, it's Wildcard Wednesday.
Dogs, man.
Give me something, Timmy.
Dogs. All right, so DCC says, my deep-fried pizzas. Which fake coach would you most like to have an interview with in the upcoming college football season? I wonder where he got this idea from. Think fake Joe Pa or fake Lou Holtz. Also of note, for the love of re-record, the traffic lead-in. Pizza, yes, we get it. Last day, maybe. So... I don't know, but I know I love the real Joe Pa interview that was spoofed many, many times. Might be my favorite piece.
Which one? You mean the
sports radio that didn't originate here from the Fan?
Oh, the one from Tampa.
Maybe the best sports radio audio I've ever heard.
Where the guy couldn't hear him.
It's just phenomenal.
That's the thing is you don't.
So good.
We had fake Joe Paterno years and years ago. It was my buddy Keith Allen. He would do fake Joe Paterno. He would do fake Lou Holtz. The thing is, though, we came to realize the actual guys were funnier.
I think so.
Than the fake guys.
Yeah.
Like Les Miles has become that guy.
Yeah, I think for sure.
Where you could have a Les Miles impersonation. Somebody do it like Caliendo can work on his Les Miles. It's not going to be as funny as real Les Miles.
I believe we have it's even in the system too, maybe for later on, but Les Miles is reciting the speech from Independence Day.
Well, yes, because he was trying to be an actor.
Yes.
Here's the Paterno Tampa interview.
We have the legend who a long time ago sat in my living room recruiting my brother, the head coach of the Penn State University.
Hey, you're going to have to speak up. There's a lot of people around here.
Well, we welcome you in, Coach. And what I was saying is that you sat in my living room recruiting my brother a long time ago. So I've been a Penn State rooter for a long, long time, being from Philadelphia. Can you hear me, Coach?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
All right, well.
Hang on just a second.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, see if you can get there. I can't.
Are you there?
I'm here, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm screaming into the microphone as it is now. I mean, and he's live on the air, so I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. So I don't know if the noise is too much there that he can't hear me or what. I don't know.
No, we're in a pretty quiet area.
Okay, well I'll try it again. Yeah, let's absolutely.
Here we go.
Can you hear me, Matt?
Coach Paterno, I can hear you great, and I don't know if can you hear me?
Up?
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, Coach. I can't talk any louder than this.
I tell you, I'm having trouble hearing you.
All right, well, why don't we what can I do? I can't. Can you hear me now? No, he can't hear me. I can't yell any louder. We'll just have to let this go. I'm sorry. We just can't do it.
My favorite part of that whole thing is when the SID or whoever that was comes on the phone and hears him perfectly, crystal clear. No, we're in a pretty quiet area.
It's just, can you speak? And then he just tells the host, who it's Steve Dumig, by the way, may he rest in peace. He passed in 2019. And man, I don't know how I would have handled it. I don't know if I could have handled it any differently than how Steve handled it right there. Can you hear me now? He starts to yell at him. I'm having trouble hearing you.
It is Wildcard Wednesday. More wild cards and a very important story about someone today bathing in feces. Yes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for an accident that's on northbound 315's off-ramp to North Broadway, causing some delay. And you should know that eastbound 70 on the west side between 670 and Central Avenue is closed due to an accident, and you should seek an alternate route. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart, who stands between your vehicle and rust, bug guts, scratches, and your best friend riding shotgun. Refresh your ride with Z-Bart Detailing Services. For a limited time, scratch removal from only $29 and window tint starting at $99. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is brought to you by Monogram Homes. Start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit Monogram Homes online at monogramhomes.net.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's summer and time to do more outdoors, but do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men and happens naturally. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now, Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. Offer till July 31st. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Summer is full of family fun, strawberry picking, little Johnny's baseball games, warding off shark attacks on the beach.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
When you get sick of all that crap, turn to us. Download the Fan app and take us with you. The Fan.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, you can save on red, white, or black seedless grapes. They're on sale for $1.49 a pound with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hi, it's me, Little Bob from Bob's Discount Furniture. I know, you don't know me yet, but I'm here to let you know that I'm opening up a brand new store in your area, located at Taylor Square in Reynoldsburg, bringing even more of my everyday low prices to the people of Ohio. And if you can't wait, mybobs.com is the quickest and easiest way to get unbeatable furniture prices delivered straight to your home today. That's my brand new Bob's Discount Furniture, coming to Reynoldsburg this summer.
Get Bob's Discount!
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Bath Authority. You spend a ton of time in your bathroom, and if you're trying to ignore your old, outdated bath or shower or that mold and mildew along with the broken tiles, you gotta call my friends at the Bath Authority. The Bath Authority provides the highest quality bathroom remodeling products along with a world-class customer experience. And all Bath Authority products are 100% made in the USA, and they can be installed in as little as 1 day by certified factory technicians. TheBathAuthority.com. A better bath awaits.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. As a business owner in these uncertain economic times, you struggle to guard your life's work against unexpected challenges. But can it withstand the sudden disruption of a divorce? In divorce, financials are scrutinized and the company itself could be in jeopardy. When your hard-earned work is at risk, count on our experience and advocacy in handling these matters at Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast for this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device, free of charge. Podcast is brought to you by our friends Care Heating and Cooling.
Real quick, you know what I saw on National Hot Dog Day?
What?
That Nathan's is doing a 5-cent dog. That's pretty good, right? If you're in a part of the country where you can get to an original Nathan's. I've never actually been to one of their restaurants in my travels.
Can you imagine the crowds that are going to pile up for that?
I would bet they're going to be something like the Coney Island Nathan's. Yes.
I know, like in the World Series, like Taco Bell does it like, steal a base for a free taco.
Steal a taco.
Whatever. And then like the next day, there's 19 million people at the drive-thru to get their free taco. They didn't say free gold bar. It amazes me. You say free. People with jobs.
Yes, men with jobs.
Men with jobs. I've seen it at Blue Jacket games. You paid $100 for this ticket, but they're shooting a free T-shirt that costs 4 cents at you that probably doesn't even fit, and you're just running over people to get it.
Isn't that something
we
about
want
our
free.
society?
We want free.
All of this free stuff, but sometimes it can be good free, you know? But I think at a lot of these sporting events that you speak of, the free is so low quality.
Like the 5-cent hot dog,
What
for
do
example.
I need a chip clip with some business's logo on it for?
How much does aggravation cost?
Right.
People need to put a price on aggravation.
And it's not more than $1.80.
Right. They'll go and get their 5-cent hot dog and wait and deal with people. And it's like the Black Friday people who get trampled How much?
Trying to get their turbo, man. Yeah.
How much
Poor baby.
do you need that television? Right?
TVs are cheap anyway. I don't even know what the deal is. How you can do a Black Friday deal for TVs when they're
Black
already
Friday in July.
$200 anyway.
The mayor of Paris has taken a dip in the River Seine.
Oh, my.
To prove that it's clean. Also, she has grown testicles on her forehead.
Is that all?
Unrelated.
Is the secret of the ooze in the Seine?
She said everything's fine.
Yeah, sure.
They spent billions of dollars to clean up that river. Billions of dollars. Now, the cynic should say, well, maybe you should spend that to clean it up just for regular use. Not because the Olympics are coming, but because they're going to have people and events in this river. It needed to be clean or clean-ish, I guess. You could never get public waterways super clean. And so they say it's done.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you've read and heard all this and you're a swimmer that's going to have get in that
we
thing?
We had that same thing in Rio. What was it, 2016 with Rio?
Rio had a bunch of issues,
we talked about the poo water that they had in Rio. And I guess, look, it's not ideal, but you sort of have to deal with it, I guess. These people are used to flecks of poo getting flown in their mouth.
No, son.
Flecks of
That's a
poo.
dead body.
Wildcard Wednesday. That means you.
I got one for the Olympics here from our guy, Hubert. My guys. Which proposed new Olympic event would you vote to enter into the games? Basketball on ice. It's a good one. Baseball on horseback. A lot going on there. Eduardo Perez would need to get the doggy bags, the poop bags, ready for that. Blindfolded chess and thumb wrestling.
Thumb wrestling.
Thumb wrestling, huh?
Yeah.
What are some of the actual new Olympic sports?
They have breakdancing. That I do know.
Breakdancing is in. We have skateboarding. We have sport climbing.
Are they doing the 3-on-3 basketball? Is that new this year, or did they have that the last one?
3-on-3's been there.
Okay.
I think former Purdue star player Robbie Hummel is a gold medalist in 3-on-3 basketball.
How about that?
That wasn't that bad to watch.
I did see it with the All-Star game because they got the commissioner, Manfred's out, and he's talking about the state of the game and answering questions from people. And he was asked about, hey, the Olympics are going to be in Los Angeles in 2028. Have you had any conversations about letting Major League Baseball players play in those Olympics? And he said they're going to consider it. Don't do this, please. Okay? Look, I don't like it for the NHL and the Winter Olympics. I am not a fan of anybody pausing their season to go partake in this event. But I'm especially not a fan of it because Major League Baseball, you made your own tournament. You made your own global tournament. You wanted your own World Cup. You made the World Baseball Classic. So what does that say about your own thing?
Yeah, have that be the thing.
When you're saying, actually, Olympics, we'll pause our season, more important. That makes no sense to me. You've worked to build up this World Baseball Classic to whatever level it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not on your radar. But I'm just saying, that's what they wanted to do. And now he's considering sending players to the Olympics. Let's make the baseball season even longer.
It's funny, this kind of comes down to me, what you're used to, what you've already been given, right, as a sports fan. And I think since we've already broken the seal on having NHL players throughout the years, they are involved, they're not involved. You go back to the Herb Brooks era where it's Miracle in 1980, it was college players, and that made that story a lot more special, obviously, that you're playing professionals, Russian professionals, and you got a team filled with college stars. But then, we started to have some of these Olympic tournaments where it's NHL on NHL and good on good, and you've had some pretty spectacular runs there. And I don't know, am I missing? Does hockey have any other kind of, international competition that we pay attention to?
They have
Worlds. But they don't really buzz as much as what those Olympic games would do when they're involved in the Winter Olympics. But baseball, I've never really known it. I've never really expected it. It seems, like you said,
you are risking injury.
Much.
These guys make too much. The stakes are too high for them to stay healthy.
You play twice as many games, too. You're playing 162 games. So to stop that, you're playing every day.
How are you going to handle the pitching? How are you going to do it?
I don't know.
And we already treat everybody like babies now. Hey, I got a perfect game through 8 innings, but I've thrown 99 pitches. Well, that's the end for you. Like, what are you going to do? Have everybody pitch an inning? How does that screw up their pitching for the rest of the season?
Big time, right? Big time. And I mean, you need a, 2.5, 3 week break? And you're playing every single day. It's a little bit different if you can kind of time it with your all-star break and pause the season a little bit. I know it's not ideal even in the NHL. That's why there's so much discussion about it, but it's totally different with baseball.
No, it's stupid. I was thinking about that last night. They're showing, like, the players down in Texas riding the mechanical bull. If I'm the GM, I'm getting on the phone.
Oh, that's why.
Aaron Judge, get off the bull now.
I was looking closely because I thought they were going to have stunt doubles, like wearing their jerseys. Like they'd show a wide shot of them on the bull just doing the yee and like throwing the cowboy hat up. Hey, here to rope some herd. And then they would cut into a stunt man. Like, Tom Cruise is the one actually riding the bull.
Look, when the Dream Team first started in 92, I was, a kid. I was excited. You never seen anything like that before. It was fun. I know some people still dig the basketball in the Olympics, but for me, the reason why I watch the Olympics is the individual stuff that I don't always see, like the swimming and the track and field and the gymnastics and stuff like that.
The sports that don't get their love from the American public in their regular season events. We don't hardly ever pay a lick of attention to them throughout the entire season, and then it's this once every 4 years.
There are just some things that just make no sense to me. Golf makes no sense to me in the Olympics. Tennis makes no sense to me in the Olympics. Every tournament you have is an international competition.
Yeah.
Every single tournament.
It's a good point about golf. I've gone back and forth with that one. Ted, I don't know how much you enjoyed it because it's a different kind of field. Obviously, the qualification process is different. So you're almost slimming down the talent in the field to open it up to more countries because the talent's stacked at the top, right? I mean, you got 50 Americans that you can put out there if you want to have a great field.
But
and then
you don't
50
do that,
Europeans as well.
Yeah, but you only select, a couple guys from...
3, right? Or 5.
I think it's 3 from the U.S., and some countries get like 1. But it's all right.
The Penn State game going to look a bit different this year. I'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's an accident on the left shoulder of westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 71. That's causing a 25-minute slowdown. It is stop-and-go traffic from 5th Avenue. We also have a 25-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the center lane on westbound 670 between 71 and 4th Street. This report is sponsored by Audible. Why not escape the traffic with Audible? Immerse yourself in new worlds, stories, and ideas with an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advance sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
With surgery and drugs being the main options to treat chronic joint pain, that left orthopedic surgeons like Dr. Ray Tessner thinking,
geez, wouldn't it be nice if we can have another form of treatment that eliminates some of the downside and has a bigger upside as we learn more about it?
And then he found it. Regenerative medicine, an exciting, fast-growing approach to dealing with pain using healing agents from your own body.
Well, it's using the miracle benefits of the human body to help encourage healing.
Today, you'll find Dr. Tessner at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving patients lasting relief from joint pain in their knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
It's one of the best management tools that has come around in a long time.
Finally, options other than surgery and steroids. All natural regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Learn more. Call today for your free consultation.
Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Bishop and Friends.
Ohio Stadium is the best, period. You're there early. You're there at halftime. Even for the marginal games, you're there.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup features durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all and do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see our full line of Kubota construction equipment or online at columbusequipment.com.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause we
have 7.
And here's our number 7.
Sunny Street Cafe. Food that makes your day better. In a place that makes you feel comfortable.
With 8 locations.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Get so many great deals this week with one stop at Meijer. This week's hottest deals include Southern Peaches for 99 cents per pound. Fresh from Meijer Family Pack chicken breasts for $2.29 per pound. And Meijer shredded, sliced, or chunk cheese 3 for $5. Plus, save even more with M-Perks when you shop in-store, online, and with every qualifying prescription filled at the Meijer Pharmacy. Meijer has everything you need in just one stop. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Summer's heating up at Zumbizi Bay. Slide into the action with our thrilling rides. Relax and unwind in the lazy river. Join us for $19.99 admission after 4 p.m. Zumbizi Bay, Central Ohio's largest water park. Get your tickets at zumbizibay.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest? How to win? Or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Uncomfortably talking about food.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This is Man and Bone.
It is Wildcard Wednesday. Please do tweet us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093 and hop in the YouTube chat. Just search 971 The Fan on YouTube. Timmy is here.
My guy.
Crew hosting Charlotte tonight, 7:30.
Oh, they're hot.
At the LDC. They are hot.
God, they're hot. What, 19-2 in the last 5 matches. That's nuts.
So
they've never had a stretch like that, right?
You got the game tonight. And then is it next Wednesday?
Yes.
The All-Star game?
Yep. Next Wednesday, it is the Liga MX All-Stars. That's the top division in Mexico versus MLS All-Stars. And I think the MLS got them 2-1 last time they had this event in 2022.
All right.
There you go. It's going to be a big, exciting weekend, though, with all sorts of activities down there. So I'm sure there's fun for the family and everything involved.
Buckeyes are playing at Penn State this year. Every single time they play at Penn State, it seems they have the whiteout. The Penn State fans show up and they scare you by wearing all white.
Right.
They're not going to do that this year when the Buckeyes come to town. Instead, they're going to do that against Washington. Beaver Stadium will have a helmet stripe theme when the Buckeyes travel there in November. I don't know what that means. Maybe some people in white and then like a strip of blue shirts.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be not necessarily checkered, but yeah, you'll have to coordinate upper bowl, lower bowl, white, blue, white, blue.
I was checking out some of the Penn State boards, and the fans are very upset. They don't want to waste this against Washington. They want to do it against Ohio State. Can I suggest something? nothing is preventing you from wearing white.
Do it a second time.
I'm just saying, if everybody wants to do it, then just wear white. No, we can only do it against Washington. Why? Do it again.
Right. Do it twice. If you have two massive games on the schedule.
Anyway, who cares?
I think part of what may be here is that they know that they can't get a night game versus Ohio State. This might come down to, because it's November 2nd. You said November, but it's November 2nd, and that's important because the World Series typically always dips in to those first several days of November now. And I think that might be a date that's being held hostage by primetime World Series. So they might not be able to get the primetime kick that they would want. But again, wouldn't you still want to do a whiteout, primetime or not? I know it looks better against the dark skies.
Who cares?
But just still do it.
Stupid.
It's a great environment.
Our Wildcard Wednesday. I actually have something here from the
burner phone it.
The burner.
There you
go. Will's Cookie Shop says, my guys, it's been 1 year since the cookie recipe fiasco that my son started. Since then, Will has made these cookies, my chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Yes.
No less than 25 times. He's browning butter on his own, and I'm spending crazy money on chocolate toffee worth every penny. Is it time for another recipe to be shared with the world? Perhaps a pizza/focaccia recipe. Here's the deal, though. I've thought about this. Like, my focaccia is the best focaccia you've ever had in your entire life. All right? I'm telling you, could go to Italy right now. They make it all different ways depending on which region you're in.
Let Stanley Tucci tell you.
Some's a very thick, spongy. Some is actually very thin focaccia.
Thinned out focaccia.
Depending on where you are. You go north, it's a little thin.
Okay, yeah.
Anywho, God bless it, I did it again. Teddy, kick me in the sack.
Why do you say that?
What I'm saying is, my focaccia is so delicious. It has like a honeycomb appearance on the inside if you were to break it open. All the nooks and crannies that are in there.
Yeah.
Soft and pillowy, however, on the bottom, because the bottom of it fries at a high temperature in olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
You're deep frying the bottom.
Sure.
Essentially.
What do you deep fried in? A cast iron skillet?
Well, I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
Hold on a second. So when it fries, you take a bite of it, and it almost shatters like glass. So you have that shattery bottom, undercarriage.
Yes.
The soft inside, and then the charred top that I sprinkle some spices, and I'll do like a green olive sometime on there, or maybe a tomato for a little contrast. I'll bake it with that in there.
Ooh.
So that will sort of form its own hole. You'll have an olive hole.
Like a little blowhole on the top of the bread.
Let me tell you. Here's the problem, though.
Yes.
I have customized this stuff to the pans that I have, okay? I have a particular pan that I make focaccia in. You can't just, because the dimensions are going to be all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make my focaccia in the pan that I use.
Okay, well, we could purchase a pan.
But see, now I'm asking people to do too much. Purchase a pan?
If they want to purchase a pan, then they purchase the pan. Well, how's that different than any other recipe where you're going to say, I like to cook with this, or if I have a barbecue recipe,
I understand, but
I am doing the barbecue on a Weber kettle grill. That's how I do it. So
I'm just saying,
you kind of need to have one of those to do it this way.
The pan is very important, and I'm afraid that people are going to just take the recipe and say, I don't need the pan.
I think you're wrong.
And they'll put it in a other pan. The results won't be as good. And let's say that common man doesn't know what he's talking about. No, you didn't make it right. You didn't get the pan.
You got to have the proper tools. That's the part of it. You got to have the right tools.
It's different than a cookie, too. There's rules about taking it out of the oven. You got to let it rest on a wire rack for a certain amount of time. If you put it on a cutting board, it's going to die.
Do you remember that week where you were feeling particularly generous and you started baking things and bringing them into work?
I don't know what got into me that week.
I like that much.
I know you do.
I think that guy...
Yes.
That guy was my kind of guy. Do that again. Make that your favorite.
Maybe I'll do oatmeal cookies. I do make a good oatmeal raisin cookie.
Why no focaccia?
I'm afraid people are going to do it wrong. And then I'm going to get a bad rap.
I'm not talking about them anymore. I'm talking about
you want me to bake the focaccia?
I'm talking about you.
I can't. It doesn't travel. I can't bring it.
Well, maybe there's another painting we can hang.
What painting? What are you talking about?
Maybe there's another picture.
So you're inviting yourself over.
Maybe we need to put the ping pong top on the pool table.
No, it's
Play
gone.
a little ping pongy.
That's gone.
The ping pong table top is gone?
I didn't have a top. It was just a table.
Oh.
I got rid of the table. I asked you if you wanted the table. You said no.
That was a really stupid thing for me to say.
I got rid of the table.
Because I could have... We weren't doing this back then, but I've since started to prep our patio.
All right. Well, you could have had a free table.
And that's gone.
It's gone,
Gone, baby.
Gone. Columbus is one of the best cities for doing something naked. I'm going to tell you what coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's an accident that's blocking the right lane if you're on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt and I-70. That's causing some holdup. We also have a slowdown due to an accident on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the west side after Hilliard-Rome Road. This report is sponsored by Columbus Recreation and Parks. Experience hot ribs and cool jazz at Jazz and Rib Fest in downtown Columbus. July 19th through 21st. Enjoy ribs from nearly 20 vendors and music from top headliners. Download the app for updates. Presented by Columbus Recreation and Parks. Learn more at hotribscooljazz.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here for my friends at RCD RV. Remember your favorite summer vacation as a kid? Well, I sure do, and I can tell you those memories will last forever. And there is still time to create those memories with your family when you visit the fine people at RCD RV. You can literally go anywhere in an RV. The mountains, the lake, road trip of a lifetime. RCD has over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock, something for every budget. Visit them at one of their 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
It's a red, white, and cool sale at Logan Services. Red hot savings up to $2,700 off a train system. And take advantage of 0% APR financing for 72 months. And pick one freebie for extra home comfort this summer. Plus, check out tax credits up to $2,600. With a system for every home and every budget, it's hard to stop a train. Find us online and book your free estimate now. Fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Hey, have you heard about Tim Hortons' new happy hour? Get 50% off summer menu drinks after 2 p.m., Monday to Thursday.
50% off?
Yeah. Try the new Cocoa Caramel Crunch Iced Cap, Butter Pecan Cold Brew, Mango Frozen Lemonade, Solar Splash Tim's Boost, and Berry Cherry Refresher.
There are so many options. That's really good.
Discover a new favorite with Tim's Summer Menu and enjoy 50% off during happy hour. Only at Tim's. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Terms apply.
Next.
The last thing you want to do is take another trip to the doctor's office.
And sign here and here and here.
Save yourself the hassle by visiting VeriHeal.com to talk to a state-licensed medical provider about medical cannabis. You'll see if you pre-qualify in just a few minutes. Simple as that. That'll make your day go from this to this. Visit VeriHeal.com. VeriHeal. VeriHeal.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. SportsCenter.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Fresh off a win in Los Angeles over the weekend. Columbus Crew back at home tonight, entertaining Charlotte FC at Lower.com Field in a match that starts at 7:30. Columbus has won 3 in a row at home. Baseball still on pause with the completion of last night's All-Star game. The AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians resume play Friday at home with San Diego, while the Cincinnati Reds will be in Washington, D.C. to meet the Nationals. Team USA over Serbia, 105-79 today in an Olympic exhibition game in Abu Dhabi. Steph Curry led the way with 24. Team USA has 2 more such exhibitions before the start of the Paris Summer Games. And the Houston Texans, the first NFL team with all their players reporting to training camp today. This update brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Off topic is on brand. This is Man and Bone.
Everybody who's anybody is in the YouTube chat. And it just confirms that upstairs,
I was just going to say
nobody
that.
works.
Yeah.
Nobody's working upstairs, because if you go in the YouTube chat right now, Jen Winter's in there, Max is in there, Lulu's in there. I think Amy Reeves is in there. Well, I need a nickname for Amy.
Oh, my God. Amy's in there?
I thought I saw Amy in
Where'd
there.
you see Amy?
And you just popped in there.
Yeah, I just
You're
popped
hosting
in
a
to say
show.
hello.
You popped in there.
Amy is there. What's going on, Amy? Yeah, everybody is there.
Let's
great.
get Angela Pace to drop in there. What's she doing?
Angela Pace was upstairs earlier. I popped up there at about 2:45 right before the show started. That triumphant trio of Max, Lulu, and Heather, they were up there hanging around. Amy must have been out of the building. And then Angela popped up. She came from around the corner. She is always the happiest person. I don't know.
You wanna
she
know
has
why?
to have things that go on in her personal life that can bring her down. But whenever she's here, she has got a positive attitude. She's making me laugh.
Do you know
she's
why?
She's smiling because she's a great person.
That and drinky.
Hey.
Very drinky.
I had a lot of help from Jack Daniels.
Whatever. I'm just saying. I don't judge.
This
I
guy knows
approve.
what I'm talking about.
Actually.
Yeah.
But very, very drinky. Hey, it's Wildcard Wednesday. Send in your wild cards at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Before we get to more wild cards, I saw this today. The city of Columbus is one of the best cities in the country, the 16th best city in the country for naked bike rides. I don't understand. This is the...
Where did this become a thing? Did the Greek do this?
They say this is a new lawn starter study. What is lawn
What
starter?
is a lawn starter?
I don't
A
know.
lawnmower?
Average monthly Google searches for world naked bike ride and naked bike ride over the past 12 months. Columbus ranks 22nd. Number of bike meetups, they rank 18th.
How is there a...
Nudists per 100,000 residents. Sadly, we only rank 116th. Columbus was by far the best city for bear biking in the state, with Cleveland coming in at 279th and Cincinnati at 320th. Of all the things, first of all, I would assume...
How are the rankings for this?
You go to jail? I mean, if they... Like, you're just riding the bike and... the police come and you just got the schlonger hanging out?
Not if we have an organized race. Now, I'm assuming it's almost naked. It's like naked. Like you have to at least have tassels on or a patch or something like
so
that.
This says naked to me.
I know,
Naked
but-
means naked.
I know, but I'm seeing some images and don't tell me naked. Don't tell me naked if it's some kind of fake naked. Because if I see naked and I come a-running, I want to see everything.
You want to see everything.
Yes.
Of all the things to do
flopping
naked, you know, you got that little tiny seat.
Oh.
That banana seat.
Oh, or
you're definitely going to have cracky penetration with that.
God.
I mean,
or the other.
Can you imagine? Maybe that's good for you. I don't know. Maybe you like the way it feels.
That's not good.
But
even if you like the way it feels, that's not the way you want to be feeling.
All right, how about
That's-
this?
that's
How much money? Somebody goes on a 10-mile... Listen to me. Shut up. You don't know where I'm going.
You're an idiot.
Somebody goes on a 10-mile sweaty, naked bike ride. All right? They're on that seat.
If only Tito were here to answer.
They're on that seat. They're gyrating. They're on that seat.
Shimmying and shimmying and getting into the crevasses.
They get off the bike.
Yeah.
You have to then sniff that seat.
Just a sniff?
You gotta, like a big one.
Oh, boy.
A big one. I actually hold your head down for a good 10 seconds.
Like the kid from The Sandlot when he's sniffing the chaw.
You gotta sniff that. How much money? And can you imagine what that smells like?
Oh, my
God.
God. Dear God.
Can you imagine? How much money? Teddy, how much money for you? Teddy, do anything for $5.
I need 10 grand.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Because usually I say 1,000, but I'm like, maybe 10,000. Like
if it was a lick, and a sniff, or like a long lick from back of seat to front of seat, or I think you have to begin at the knob at the top, at the front. And then
there's a knob involved.
The way to the back.
There's definitely a knob involved.
That'd go up to at least 50 grand because you're going to get sick. I would imagine.
Teddy, what about the lick for you?
How about like $1,000 for every second that I'm down there doing something to that bike?
doing something to that
Whether it's
bike.
sniffing or licking or yeah, that's what you're doing.
What else would you like to do to that bike, Dad? What do you want to do?
I don't want to do anything.
Want to touch it?
And no, but if I'm getting paid like 10 grand or more, yeah, I'll do it.
Naked bike riding.
What about naked hosting? And we are not allowed to switch chairs.
We're on the YouTube now.
My God. Right, but I mean, you can't see anything below the deck.
Oh, here you go. The World Naked Bike Ride Columbus typically takes place in late summer. It occurred on August 5th last year, although it's not clear when the ride will take place this year. So it's a big gathering. All the naked people gather, ride their bike.
So it's like you said, I don't know if this can be a thing because public nudity, we're not like on some special beach that has some, I don't know, what's special zoning to it?
Little
zone for nudity.
Zone.
Yeah. I mean, we're in Europe, or I think there's got to be a couple beaches in the States, right?
One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I just moved into my house. I've been living in the house for over 10 years now, but I just moved in. And Craig Krenzel lives very close to me.
In the neighborhood. He's a neighbor.
He's not in the neighborhood, but he's adjacent.
He's
close, right? And so he texts me in the morning and says, hey, I'm going to be on a bike ride today. Can I stop by and see the new house?
Okay.
It's like, okay, fine. I don't know if he's still riding his bike, but at this time he was big into cycling.
So he was a sloppy mess.
So he's got the full outfit
Just
on.
Looked like a complete idiot.
He's got the full outfit on, right? So he said, I'll be over mid-morning. I said, that's fine. I'll just be here doing nothing. And so I'm sitting in the house. Doorbell rings.
Here's a little bike bell outside.
There is a guy who looks like Ben Roethlisberger crammed into a Lance Armstrong leotard with the helmet half on his head, gloves on, and a little boop, 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 pee-pee popping out.
And he has the padding that goes from his.
I'm just saying, it was so obvious too. The little pee-pee nub that was trying to make its way out of that leotard, gasping for air.
One of my neighbors and good friends is a big cycler, and I love to give the cyclers such a hard time. I mean, you do, obviously, it goes without saying, you do what you do. You do what makes you happy. If it's a hobby that you enjoy, keep on keeping on. I couldn't have more respect for it. But you got to admit, it is not the attire and what you got to do. It's not the coolest looking. It's just not. Hi, everybody. I'm here to ride.
Maybe it's this week. What? Maybe that's where T-Bone is.
Maybe that's why you want to be naked.
Maybe T-Bone is doing naked bike riding. Man, his ass would swallow that seat.
Oh, my
Just God. Swallow it.
Oh, my God.
Look at it.
He engulfed.
It's gone. He ate it.
He'd have to be yanking a bike out of him. Somebody, anybody, we need 3 strong men. Strong people. Pull.
Naked bike riding. All right, Timmy, what do you got? Wildcard Wednesday.
Oh, my God. It's tough to top the naked bike riding. David chimes in. My aggravation cost analyzers. Are there any foods or restaurants that your wives absolutely hate? Good question. I love Skyline, but my wife can't stand it, so I only get it without her. Also, she's pregnant, and suddenly the smell of any lunch meat makes her sick. So that's out the door. Hashtag GTH.
Kristen won't go to White Castle, so I got to do that on the
same
down low.
Sarah is the exact same. She hates White Castle.
She also gets a little uppity about Taco Bell on occasion.
Same.
Unless they have nacho fries, then she'll go there and get the nacho fries.
No, Sarah, it was ever since I took Sarah on a date that consisted of Taco Bell and then the movie Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis. I thought that was a great night.
That sounds like a good night to me.
That was wonderful. I mean, have a lovely Taco Bell. It's a cheap dinner, and then go watch, Daniel Day-Lewis in the only movie he's going to do in a 10-year span. It's great, but never again. That was it for Taco Bell. She hates Skyline too, so I'm right there with you, David. David, we should go together next time you go to Skyline, because I'd be happy to get a few conies with you.
Somebody asked about the cleavage restaurants. Actually, my wife likes the cleavage restaurants.
Oh, like I did an appearance there over March Madness.
Like I know when Hooters was in town. I remember trying to get Teddy to go to Hooters was like pulling teeth because Mrs. Ted would not let him go to Hooters.
Really?
Right, Ted? I'm not making that
Just
up.
a self-respect thing?
Yeah.
Can't take part?
Not a big fan of those places.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Twin Peaks.
Kristen has no problem with that. Actually, she suggests them. Gets me a little hot.
Should I find? I had to do one of these promotional photos with all.
Oh my God, that promotional photo that you did at Twin Peaks. What was that for? March Madness?
Yeah, it was a March Madness.
You
appearance.
did a March Madness appearance, and it's all the Twin Peaks girls who are well endowed and in their.
Why do I care?
Their outfits,
I
but
don't care about these things.
You are just standing there with like your hand covering your genitals with this look on your face. I'm not touching anyone. I'm getting no pleasure out of this.
Don't tell my wife where I am today.
Embrace the situation.
Appearance. Why wouldn't I just have tweeted that out? I don't care about those kinds of things.
Tweet it out now.
I will. I'll have to find it. Yeah, that shouldn't take me long to pull up, because I actually asked our salesperson to then send it to me. So clearly I wanted it just for record keeping, just for history.
My non-sports radio host. This is Cody, the mail carrier. I've been training someone for the last 2 weeks. It's been intensely exhausting. My question is, have either of you ever had to train someone at your job?
Oh,
and
yeah.
if so, was it difficult? Training someone to be a mail carrier is quite difficult.
Yes, for me. Lots of training.
I don't train anybody because they don't trust me to train anybody. I mean, what would I train them on? The proper way to say, yeah. Yep. I did that with Angela Pace. I made her say it.
Well, you used to be, people know this about you that are fans of the show. You've had some different job responsibilities through the years that you've picked up and then let go. Not like the company told you not to do it. You don't think so?
I never talked about it.
You never talked about how you had...
I could.
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting.
How about this? Coming up next, I'll tell you about how many jobs I've had here and how many jobs I've quit here over the years. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch for an accident on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the west side at West Broad Street. Emergency crews are on scene, causing some delay there. We also have an accident that's on the left shoulder of westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 71. You're looking at a 25-minute delay in stop-and-go traffic from 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Audible. Why not escape the traffic with Audible? Immerse yourself in new world stories and ideas with an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Hi, it's me, Little Bob from Bob's Discount Furniture. I know, you don't know me yet, but I'm here to let you know that I'm opening up a brand new store in your area, located at Taylor Square in Reynoldsburg, bringing even more of my everyday low prices to the people of Ohio. And if you can't wait, MyBobs.com is the quickest and easiest way to get unbeatable furniture prices delivered straight to your home today. That's my brand new Bob's Discount Furniture, coming to Reynoldsburg this summer.
Get Bob's Discount!
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. and finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone from my friends at Valley. Have a great classic car or a new tricked-out truck? Show it off at Cars and Coffee at Valley Ford of Columbus this Saturday. There's no entry fee. Just drive in. The Cars and Coffee starts at 10 a.m., but Valley Ford will have deals all day long. You'll see some great iconic Broncos in a special section and much more. Coming out with other car and truck fans and show off your special ride. Plus food, fun, and fast cards is open to all at the Valley Ford of Columbus Cars and Coffee this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You got to be there.
Soak up the savings this summer from Family Dollar. It's never been easier. Just download the Family Dollar app, sign up for smart coupons, and see how you can save more than ever before. Enjoy smoking hot deals on cookout classics or get ready for outdoor fun with SPF for the whole family. Plus pool toys, decor, and so much more. Check out the app today and get ready to save with the Family Dollar Summer Savings Event. New offers drop every week. Family Dollar, helping you do more.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. For years, like me, you've heard their name on the radio, you've seen their ads on TV, you've seen their trucks driving around in your neighborhood, or you've been greeted with a smiling face at a local community event. Newman Roofing. That's right. They've built their reputation on honesty and professionalism within the Central Ohio community. As a company, Newman Roofing believes in giving back to the community who has supported them over the last 32 years. It's essential to developing those long-lasting relationships with their families. Tim is a small-town guy with small-town values, and when I met and talked with him and his team, you could tell how much they love the community they serve. And you can hear those stories and hundreds of 5-star reviews to how many people trust Newman Roofing with their project and how they meet their expectations. So when it comes to your roofing needs, call Newman Roofing to receive unparalleled customer experience. So give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com. That's newmanroofing.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Ohio's public schools are safe, welcoming learning environments where everyone can thrive, no exceptions. Thanks to the nearly 120,000 public school educators in the Ohio Education Association. We are dedicated professionals who deserve respect, a living wage, and a seat at the table when decisions are made. And we're using our united voice to demand the supports and resources our students need to succeed. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, warm and humid, and stormy on this Wednesday. Temperatures around 80 degrees. Overnight showers out, cool weather back in, down to the low 60s and dry by Thursday morning. Mostly to partly sunny skies, light winds, and comfortable later in the day Thursday with highs near 80 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's hot dog day. Give me a number, Timmy.
Well, I would probably want to eat about 6 hot dogs at one sitting. So 6.
Call number 6. 614-821-9710 gets a $50 gift card to Skyline. Come play Skyline's 75th Coney Hunt game. Coney Hunt game. Use your phone to search for virtual Conies at your participating Skyline restaurants and select Kroger locations. Tap to collect coins and redeem them for exclusive Skyline merchandise. Details at skylinechili.com/Coney Hunt. Only available for a limited time. I'll tell you, put those two words together without a space. That's wild, wild stuff.
Coney Hunt.
Coney Hunt. All right, you alluded to this. Timmy's here, by the way. T-Bone is off riding his bike naked.
Hello.
That I've had many jobs here at the Fan.
Worn many hats.
Well, that's true, kind of. I mean, I've hosted different shows that I've been here in afternoons for a long time now, 15 years. But for a while, I was sort of the programming guy, where I made all the programming decisions.
How many years you do that? 2?
I don't even think I made it 2.
Not 2?
Because I just...
It was before we moved out of the old building. I know that because you moved into String Bean's old office for a brief spell. So you had the office there.
Dead bodies in there. Yeah, I had the office with walls, and
a window.
I would have, meetings with people and pretend like I was in charge of things. And then I realized something. I hate being in charge of things, and I hate talking to people. Here's the thing. I am my own worst critic. I will listen to myself and this show back sometimes just to punish myself. And I'll take little notes and say, what did you say that for, you idiot? You were 5 minutes late on that commercial break.
Right.
You moron.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll make little notes to myself and got to do that, got to do that. Here's the thing, is I would give those notes to other people, but then I was beholden on those other people to go and execute that. I was no longer in charge of anything. I had to depend on them to execute it. And that lack of control for me was a problem. So I decided I didn't want to do it anymore. I gave up the title. We have somebody much smarter doing that now in Fish.
You mean you just would feel a certain type of way if that advice was given or if that direction was given, and it was a little difficult to then go and get on people if they didn't do it the first time around, so to speak. Because sometimes when you're making changes,
that's the thing is I didn't
you
want
got to work. You got to keep working on people to get it done.
I didn't want to get on people.
You didn't want to be that guy, and that's okay. I understand.
I didn't want to do that, and quite frankly, there's not a way that I can say this where I don't sound like a total douche. So I'll try.
Yeah.
Sports radio in general is not always my cup of tea. I like doing this show the way that I do it.
Sure.
But I would never expect anybody else to do their show the way I want to do this show. And so I would have a harder time putting on that sports radio-y hat and giving feedback on a show.
To what someone else's show is.
That I maybe would not listen to in my spare time. Because it's just not up my alley.
But you've been able to put on that hat with me in years past, where if I'd ask you a question about the Buckeye show, and then you would obviously take a look at that show through a different lens with how the audience shifts a little bit.
All I would have to do is write on a little yellow piece of paper,
careful,
bad, and then hand it to you.
Right. Sucks. Can you get Tito to fill in? Ratings gold. Jeff Tito Thidoff.
No, but you know what that is too? We're friends. I like you. And so I'll do that for you as a friend. I didn't like doing it as a boss.
Right. Look, you did it. You tried it.
And I hated it.
I think that's good of you that you decided to not do it anymore. Sometimes people get locked into positions, or they feel like they're locked into positions. There might be a difference there. They're not really, but they tell themselves something mentally where I can't get out of this position because it was a little bit of a promotion. And how would that look? How would that look to other people if I then said, no, I don't want that? But that takes a special kind of security and a comfort level in oneself to be able to step back and say, you know what? That just isn't for me. And I've gotten to see a lot of different things now. And you asked that question, or we had the question about training, and with the experiences that I've had as an update anchor, in years past, a little bit of reporting in the field, but hosting different kinds of shows, being one chair, being two chair, doing the updates, like I said. So they will look to me or tab me to help some of the younger people that are going to start doing those things for the first time.
You're a jack of all trades.
A jack guy. And I do my best, right? But it's one thing to teach. It's one thing to give advice. And I know where you're coming from, where then you feel responsible for how the end results turn out, because you can only control it so much. And then eventually somebody's going to have to take it upon themselves to get better and to sink or swim.
Here's what else I discovered, too, is when you get into management, maybe this is the same way everywhere, in every workplace, but there's a lot of meetings about nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not that type of guy. If you're going to have a meeting with me, we're going to get something done.
And doing a show.
We're not going to.
It's not like talking on a show and doing this is not the same as a meeting.
We would have meetings to discuss the meetings that we had and that we are going to have, and what is the progress of the thing we talked about 5 meetings ago. I can't handle that crap. I can't handle it. I would get impatient and say, let's just focus on one thing at a time. We got 10 balls up in the air. Nothing's getting done. Let's do one thing right and then focus on throwing the next ball up in the air.
When do you think that became a thing in business? Because that is, we doom scroll on Instagram
management
now.
People who are insecure, and so they have to have these meetings to show that they're doing something, and hey, I'm discussing things, and look at this open forum, and we're talking about ideas. In reality, get something done. Just do it.
And I went from a world where I never was involved in any meetings. Never. And now I have a few. I have a couple. And that feels like a lot. But I know some people, and I have friends that are in other lines of work where it's every single day, 3 to 5 meetings every single day.
I couldn't do it.
And I do wonder how those people are able to stay productive in their jobs when it's just so much Zooming and so much meeting.
I had all these meetings. I'm doing all this crap, and then I'm still expected to go on the radio for 3 hours a day.
It's mentally taxing.
Try and do something. So by the time I got on the air at 3 o'clock, I was wiped. And I'm like, well, I can't do this.
And you couldn't keep doing the show the same way, because even if you're not physically tired, it's almost worse to be mentally exhausted doing this. Obviously, we have a little bit of energy here and all that good stuff, but it's much more coming from a mental place. And
that's because they gave me a cocaine IV before I came in here.
Oh, that's good. Show me where I can get one of those.
I also want to point out, because we got to take a break, people are asking, yes, we fixed the pizza thing. We have the voice.
See.
I mean, you'll hear it.
You'll see.
People have been wondering, did they fix it? I don't hear it. We fixed it. So it's done. She learned how to say the word pizza. Everybody's happy now. SEC days, media days going on. We'll talk about what that has to do with Darth Vader coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between I-70 and 33. And we also have an accident that's on southbound 71's on-ramp from 161 on the north side. This report is sponsored by Z-Bar, who stands between your vehicle and rust, bug guts, scratches, and your best friend riding shotgun. Refresh your ride with Z-Bar Detailing Services. For a limited time, scratch removal from only $29 and window tint starting at $99. Z-Bar, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers. Like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No, because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Murphy Tractor and Equipment is your source for John Deere construction equipment rental. We rent high-quality equipment and attachments with add-on options in TopCon precision construction technology. Whether you need 1 week or 6 months, we rent a variety of equipment to help you get the job done. All our rental equipment is fully serviced, fueled, and ready to get to work. Let Murphy Tractor be your first choice for your construction equipment rental needs. Visit us online at murphytractor.com.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is the best. Why? Number one, they have the best technology. They have window systems that last up to 5 times longer than the other jabronis. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. And how about the deals? 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we'll talk some high school golf as their season is upon us with Tim Street of the OHSAA plus Bob Herrig from the Open at Troon.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mosick, presented by X-Golf. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Come play Skyline 75th Coney Hunt game. Use your phone to search for virtual conies, tap to collect coins, and redeem them for exclusive Skyline merchandise at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Details at skylinechili.com/Coney Hunt.
Ignite your Irish spirit at the Dublin Irish Festival August 2nd through 4th. Enjoy 7 music stages, 60 acts and more than 800 performers. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org before July 20 to save.
Let's get something straight. I'm not here to convince you to use cannabis or to try cannabis. I'm here to tell you that since medical cannabis is legal in this state, Veriheal can help you get your medical cannabis card with no hassle if you qualify. Just go to Veriheal.com, meet with a state-licensed medical doctor online, and, if approved, get your card. There's no fee if you don't qualify, so check it out today. Veriheal. Veriheal.com.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Visit Hollywood Casino Columbus this summer for exciting live sports action. We got the biggest screens around, and ESPN Bet is live in Ohio.
Plus, Penn Play Rewards members can win up to $500 Penn Cash every week. Visit PennPlaySports.com/cover5 today and register for your chance to play and win.
Not a member? Get the Penn Play app today.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is your live sports headquarters.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Wednesday. It is Wildcard Wednesday. Please do tweet us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093 or pop in the YouTube chat. SEC Media Day is going on in Hillbilly Land. Good news. Now, Texas is joining the SEC this year. By the way, Timmy's here. Bone is dead. He's riding a bicycle naked. His ass has swallowed the seat.
It's gone.
So Texas joining the SEC. We have seen in the past in the Big 12 when opposing teams would do the horns down gesture.
Oh, this is so ridiculous.
They would get a personal foul penalty.
15 yards.
It's just ridiculous to me. It's not the middle finger. This is something we've invented. Okay?
It's actually something they invented, and all you do is turn it down. Like, we're not Texas fans, so it's just the opposite of being a Texas fan.
Whatever.
Stupid.
The SEC has said that teams and players will not be penalized for the horns down gesture.
How lovely of them.
They will be penalized for mimicking fellatio, though, on the sidelines.
Yes.
So don't do that.
If you do that.
What's the play call again? They got the headsets this year. Is there going to be less wheels on the bus and all that other stuff going on and holding up pictures of Giada De Laurentiis?
There should be. That's why they want to do this, right? This is sort of a miniature response to the Michigan scandal, right? And stealing signs. And you've had a lot of coaches talking about this for years and years and years. Why can't we just make this a little bit more electronic, use the technology that we have? Obviously, they have headsets. I mean, coaches have been wearing headsets to communicate to coaches that are upstairs at the top level of the press box. They've been doing that for God knows how long.
Of course, the technology exists.
Something in one of your players' helmets so you can have that communication.
So Kirby Smart, Georgia head coach, said answering questions from Nick Saban at SEC Media Days was like talking to Darth Vader. I'm sure it was.
Because of his voice? Just because of the dark-sided figure?
No, it's just, you're competing against this guy. You're going up against this guy. And now all of a sudden he is there at Media Days asking you questions about your program.
Mm-hmm.
And, you probably are trying to be as honest as you would with anyone from that ESPN badge. But knowing that it's Nick Saban, your hated rival for many years, it's probably a weird feeling.
Well, it's interesting because he was it's funny that he gave him the Darth Vader moniker, right? Because you could have your choice to go with, a Jedi master like a Luke Skywalker or a Darth Vader.
No, he's the evil.
And he put Darth on him because Kirby learned a lot of what he knows from Nick Saban, right? In the time that he coached at Alabama. And when was he? He was the defensive coordinator all the way up to 2015. And that's interesting. You know where he's coming from because it's Saban. It's Nick. I mean, Alabama has been the evil empire. That just happens. We give you that nickname in sports just because you win. It doesn't necessarily mean you're bad. Just winning for most people is bad because we want that too. And we'd like to be able to win at that level. And it's got to really sting for Ohio State. It does, right? It stings that Alabama did what they did, and you couldn't quite match that level throughout that era. How do you get there? But you know
what, though? Nobody could match that level. That level was...
Of course not.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
No, what frustrates, obviously, Ohio State fans like myself is knowing that you could have had that Georgia team. That was your game. I went going into that game thinking there's no way they're going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the game went on, I said out loud to Kristen, who was sitting next to me, they're going to win this damn game. They are. And they should have.
They should have.
They were the better team.
They should have. They've got this, right?
They've
got the talent. They've got
theirs
ability.
And they couldn't get it done.
Even losing a lot of key players throughout the way, they still
doesn't matter.
Had enough in the tank to call the right plays,
it was their
execute.
Game. It was their game. And that performance ended up giving Kirby Smart another national championship. Kirby Smart also, by the way, talked about how he is penalizing players on his team with NIL fines if they're caught drinky, drivey, or reckless driving.
I saw this. Any kind of driving infraction. And it's weird, too, right? That is a program fine, or is that something that
here's the question.
He's telling the collectives to withhold some earnings?
How do you enforce that?
How do you do that?
How are you going to say, look, Major League Baseball can enforce a fine because they withhold your check, right?
Right. Well, they have a system in place, too, that goes through the league office.
That's
if you break a certain rule, this is collectively bargained.
The union
has
agreed to it.
Right,
so,
right.
But you get caught for reckless driving, and Kirby Smart comes and says, hey, that's $20,000 out of your NIL.
Yeah, aren't you says who?
Do you willingly have to, give him a check? The collective can't withhold that money because you have a contract, right?
That's basically that's basically what he's saying they're doing. It doesn't sound like the player's giving a check back. I think in this case, the fine is just not paying them a certain amount, which
he says it's working. He says internally it's working. We just can't see it.
Well, we'll see, right?
Things did not work out for Wizards rookie Alex Starr last night. Alex Starr was the number 2 pick in the draft. Of course, I knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're a big Alex Starr guy.
Love Alex Starr.
All about him.
In Summer League action against the Blazers last night, Alex Starr scored 0 points on 0 for 15 shooting. Yeah. Bronny James says that's bad. And then he won Call of Duty.
Yeah, he got a $10,000 prize,
whatever,
for winning something. You watching a lot of Summer League there?
I love the Summer League. Love it.
Got the Cavs and the Warriors tonight, 10 o'clock.
If you say so.
Watch Jalen Tyson, I think.
Who?
Jalen Tyson.
Give me a Wildcard Wednesday.
Looking at some wild cards here. By the way, here's a wild card from my own pocket. I went up to Heather's desk. By the way, everybody was in the YouTube chat. Max.
Thank you.
Yeah. Max. And she has a bunch of candy that she just has.
You just pulled a bunch of candy out of your warm pocket? It's been pressed against your thigh? Who's going to eat that now?
Only me. I'm not.
I thought you were going to share, but now I'm not going to have any.
Well, I mean,
I can't eat it anyway.
I would give you some candy, but if you think it's just hot leg candy. So she had Haribo. Is it Haribo or Haribo?
I think it's Haribo.
Haribo, yeah. These Happy Cola, the gummy cola bottles, talk about a candy from my childhood. I can remember going back to the day where we had Giants in Virginia, not Giant Eagle, Giants. And they had a bulk aisle. The entire aisle was dedicated to bulk. They'd have like the plastic bins up top and then these big barrels on the bottom. And they had a candy section there too. And I think back in the day it was like $1.99 a pound for gummy snacks. And they had gummy cola bottles at the ready. And I used to snack on those.
We were never allowed to buy candy.
Oh my God. I would get an entire pound of gummy cola bottles. My parents somehow let me do that. So she had a bunch of the mini bags of those. She had Swedish fish.
I would say to my mom, can we get some candy at the store? We got candy at home. You know what candy at home was? A Tic Tac.
That's not candy.
My mom never bought candy.
Really?
Never. And then here's what happens then. I become an adult, and then it's, I can't get enough of it.
Right.
As soon as I leave the house, then I'm a total glutton for everything that I didn't have when I was a kid.
Right. You have to have cookies and candy.
We never had any of that stuff. Once in a while, we would have like a Chip Ahoy in the house.
A Chip Ahoy?
Once in a while.
Not Chips Ahoy?
Chip Ahoy.
Wait half hour. Have Chip Ahoy.
All she bought all the time was light ice. I never had real ice cream unless I went to like Baskin Robbins. That was it. We never had real ice cream in the house. We never kept chips in the house. I was stunted. And then I grew up and became a fat ass because I couldn't get enough of all this stuff.
She had blow pops up there, which are tremendous. A blow pop is just, it's way better than a Tootsie Pop. Anyone that says Tootsie Pop is on top.
Get out of here.
You're outrageous. A Tootsie Roll.
Green apple blow pop. You can't beat that.
Oh, watermelon. I'd do the watermelon over the green apple, but that's fine. Sour Patch Kids are up there. That's good. Nerds. That's a fantastic candy. Individually wrapped, the Big Boy Swedish Fish. And then I don't even know, like, what do we got here? It's a Charms mini pop.
But see, Max is like Sam Malone working at the bar. Sam Malone was an alcoholic working at the bar, couldn't take a drink.
Right.
Max is a diabetic, can't eat any of this stuff, and yet she's got a candy shop on her desk.
That's right.
What are you doing to yourself?
Why?
Why do you torture yourself?
Put yourself through this pain. You're just staring at all this stuff that you can't have.
All the news and notes you need as we go on campus. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Stop and go traffic is causing a 10-minute delay if you're on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and I-70, and expect a 30-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on eastbound 33 at Post Road. It's stop and go from 42. This report is sponsored by Columbus Recreation and Parks. Experience hot ribs and cool jazz at Jazz and Rib Fest in downtown Columbus, July 19th through 21st. Enjoy ribs from nearly 20 vendors and music from top headliners. Download the app for updates. Presented by Columbus Recreation and Parks. Learn more at hotribscooljazz.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is attorney Robert Sherver, and I want you to remember one thing. We're the legal army that goes to war for you. Call us now at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU. It's time to know your rights and get the results you deserve. WarForYou.com.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because when you trade in, you're dealing with a dealer. And sure, they're interested in a good deal. For them, not for you. Come to WeBuyAnyCar.com instead. All we do is buy cars. You get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price. So don't take chances with a trade-in. Go to WeBuyAnyCar.com for a free online valuation.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Hey, have you heard about Tim Hortons' new happy hour? Get 50% off summer menu drinks after 2 p.m., Monday to Thursday.
50% off?
Yeah. Try the new Cocoa Caramel Crunch Iced Cap, Butter Pecan Cold Brew, Mango Frozen Lemonade, Solar Splash Tim's Boost, and Berry Cherry Refresher.
There are so many options. That's really good.
Discover a new favorite with Tim's Summer Menu and enjoy 50% off during happy hour. Only at Tim's. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Terms apply.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here for my friends at RCD RV. Remember your favorite summer vacation as a kid? Well, I sure do, and I can tell you those memories will last forever. And there is still time to create those memories with your family when you visit the fine people at RCD RV. You can literally go anywhere in an RV. The mountains, the lake, road trip of a lifetime. RCD has over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock, something for every budget. Visit them at one of their 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Boring!
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe,
we got 7.
And here's our number 2.
Sunny Street Cafe, serving pancakes so fluffy you could sleep on them.
Now with 8 locations.
The Fan is your home for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. You can't say that. Take 2.
The Fan is your home of the Buckeyes. Yes, that's right. Same thing, but more playoff success. Now give Big Voice Guy another brandy. Thank you. The Fan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advance sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Guys, it's summer and it's time to do more outdoors. But do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation, and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men, and it happens naturally. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test, and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Wednesday. It's Wildcard Wednesday. Where's my thing? Thank you. Bone is not here. He's riding his bike naked. Timmy is here. Teddy is here. I actually did have somebody text the burner phone saying they have participated in the naked bike ride here in Columbus.
Were they actually naked, or were they wearing underpants?
He said you go full naked.
Full naked.
And he said you have to do it at night. And look, I'm still guessing that if you walk out at night and you're naked, that's against the law. Like, I'm just guessing. Like, if the police come up to you, and it's like, excuse me, sir, why is your schlong out right now? You'd be like, well, it's dark out.
That's not a good enough excuse.
I'm going to still put these handcuffs on you now. Now, do you think the naked bike ride people, they go to like a metro park, so it's after hours? And so maybe there's no members of the public there, and then you can go naked all you want? I'm very confused.
I know.
I don't know why you'd want to ride a bike naked either.
I'd like to know if there's some kind of, loophole, or if there's certain municipalities out there that they scour the internet and try to find local laws and ordinances that allow such a thing. Like if you are a certain type of group, right? If you're a nudist, if you consider yourself to be a nudist, is there a place that will honor your civil rights, I suppose to say, civil liberties, to be naked? Because that's how I want to be.
Well, if there's like 100 or 200 of these naked bike riders, I mean, they're not going to be able to arrest everybody, right? So they probably
Strength in numbers.
are like, well, as long as they're not harming anybody, we'll just let them do their thing.
Okay.
It's also kind of like street racers, right? Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing it because you like doing it. You're going to wait till it's late at night and there's no traffic out there, and you're going to block the stretch of road with your cars.
Well, I guess if they're going to do it, we may as well have them do it safely.
Exactly.
On campus.
Common Man and T-Bones. On campus, the latest college sports news and notes.
Sponsored by Reverse Aesthetics. Does it jiggle or shake? Schedule your medical weight loss consultation today at reverse-aesthetics.com.
Timmy.
All right, so I was caught by this headline from Dennis Dodd. Why the Mountain West and their interest in long-term relationships with Oregon State and Washington State may be waning. That's not a good thing to hear, right? Did you hear, by the way, about the media days?
Yes, we talked about it.
That were in Las Vegas.
There's a folding table.
Yep.
With just Washington State and Oregon State sitting there.
It was at the Bellagio, though.
Well, it was like a side conference room at the Bellagio.
Of course, they just need a tiny room. It's just the Pac-12. There's two teams.
Why have any media availability?
Just to be funny, just to act like they still exist. They actually have a commissioner, Teresa Gould. She said, "We are drinking tonight during this event, and I would venture to say that if anybody has earned the right to drink, it is the Pac-12." Okay. Hey, credit to her. It actually had a name. It was After Hours with the Beavs and Cougs. That was the name of their event. But as Dodd did some checking around, because he had been, hearing that the Mountain West would likely be a decent home for Oregon State and Washington State.
I think everybody's assumed that.
Yeah, everybody has assumed that. But he says, from talking to people, that the Mountain West has a scheduling agreement already with both teams for the 24 season with a mutual option to continue in 25. Might as well make that a Mountain West option because it's becoming clear the conference doesn't necessarily need or even want the Beavers and Cougars on a full-time membership basis. There is a chance here, and I wonder, it's going to be fascinating to watch the next couple years. Did they completely miss the boat? They may have, because if you think of Oregon State where it is and Washington State where they are, they don't have the strength of a Washington, which is why they're in the Big Ten, and the Cougars are not. Oregon State doesn't have the strength of the Ducks, which is why they're in this conference, and the Beavers are not. Who is going to want them? If there's no financial gain for the Mountain West to bring them in,
I guess
why would they do it?
Well, strength in numbers.
Strength
in
the conference?
Adding more, and then I assume they have the naming rights to the Pac-12? The Mountain West would want to use that Pac-12 name?
You think that the Mountain West would want to change
They want to change their name into the Pac-12.
Because of the famous name. I've wondered about that, too.
I guess that may hold some weight in bringing those schools in, but
what leverage?
They have no leverage.
Yeah, what leverage do they have holding their name and say, "Oh well, if you want us, you're going to have to take our name, or we're going to, not join you." And they say, "Okay,
or we'll go independent."
Go ahead,
all right?
Stay the Pac-12 as two teams, and the rest of the country will just sit here and laugh at you. How about all these guys that are having a good time here playing college football 25 this week? Stuff is all over the internet. And this one here from Ohio State wide receiver Brandon Inniss, who has not yet left his stamp on Ohio State football, but he is a talented young player, and we expect big things from him. He posted a screen grab where he is playing with his own character. Not going to say it the other way, so you can save the audio. And he posted up a Discover Player of the Game snippet where he had 24 catches for 528 yards.
Nice.
And 10 touchdown grabs.
I like it.
Yep. And they also beat Michigan 91-16.
Okay.
So
what's with that 16?
I believe that's from the same game there. So good job by Brandon Innes. I don't know how Michigan got the points right there, but Brandon Innes and some other college football players out there are having a really good time with that game. Also, get ready for Cade McNamara to be back in
Where
college
is he?
football.
Is he still at Iowa?
Iowa quarterback. 100% healthy.
What does that mean?
As the Iowa offense turns the page. Well, he got injured last year and he wasn't a part of it. But you know what? Cade McNamara has just not been a good quarterback at all. He wasn't good at Michigan. He hasn't proven yet that he can handle the job at Iowa. I know he was hurt for most of it, but he was 51%, 46 of 90 with 4 touchdowns and 3 picks
Beat Ohio
at the time
State.
he was hurt.
Got that on his resume.
Yeah. He had 15 touchdown passes and 6 picks in his best season at Michigan with 2,500 yards passing.
Oh, you were talking about how perhaps no one will want Washington State. No one will want Oregon State. And they thought they could move to the Mountain West. They'd be happy to have them, but maybe the door is shut. Is there another big-time school out there that thinks they have a lot of leverage, but in reality they don't have much at all? We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 15-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Ebright Road. And you'll hit another 15-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on eastbound 70 on the east side at Kelton Avenue. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Erectile dysfunction is a destroyer of your confidence, of your joy and intimacy, and often it can even harm your relationship. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, the leading men's sexual health practice in our area for treating erectile dysfunction. And I want you to know today that if you're like most men, you can be free of ED and all the impacts it has on your life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're your local provider for dealing with men's sexual health issues. Our expert medical teams are focused on treating ED, and we have highly effective treatment plans with some protocols that work in well over 90% of cases. We can even combine treatments for greater efficacy, all of which means it's very likely you'll be having great sex again within just a day or two of your first appointment. You might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations, just off 270 in Hilliard and near the Medical Mile in Westerville.
Scotty Vegas here for Maxima Concrete. If you need a driveway, garage, patio, even an in-ground pool, Maxima Concrete are the guys to call. They did a great job for me, and they'll take care of you, too. Schedule a free estimate today at MaximaConcrete.com.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey, I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things that you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knee, arthritic pain like I was having in my knee, maybe your hip, your back, your shoulder. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that you can get lasting relief from. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Columbus, led by Dr. Ray Tesner. I'm talking about cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Listen, my dad was having knee pain. I was having knee pain. So we went over to QC Kinetics, and they were able to help us out. And 2 years out, I'm still feeling good. My dad can still move around. So learn how QC Kinetics can treat pain and enhance your joints and restore your mobility and give you long-term lasting relief with no downtime. So check them out. Go to 380-208-4544 or head to one of their offices in Dublin, Gahanna, or now the new one that's most recently opened in Grove City.
At UDF, our made-from-scratch peach ice cream is back with a bonus. When you buy 3 48-ounce cartons, you can quickly stack an extra 20 cents a gallon in gas savings. UDF peach ice cream, made for you. While supplies last with an opted-in UDrive account.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Columbus Crew back at home tonight, entertaining Charlotte FC at Lower.com Field. Match starts at 7:30. Crew have won 9 of their last 10. They've also won 3 in a row at home. Basketball, Team USA beat Serbia today, 105-79 in an Olympic tune-up in Abu Dhabi. Steph Curry led the way with 24 points. The American squad now 3-0 in their pre-Olympic exhibitions. They've got 2 more such games in London before the start of the Paris Summer Games. From the NHL, the Carolina Hurricanes today plays veteran center Evgeny Kuznetsov on unconditional waivers for the purpose of terminating his contract. They'll owe him $6 million to the $8 million due in the final year of his contract. The Houston Texans, the first team in NFL with all players reporting to training camp today. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Wednesday. It's Wildcard Wednesday. Bone is out. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. Jump in the YouTube chat. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up at 5:34. A little birdie told me that it's Jeff Rimmer's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tomorrow, Jeff Rimmer turns 170.
He's a young man.
It's quite the achievement.
Done well.
170.
He's done well in a young man's game. He will join us
coming up at 5:34. And I've heard that the Inside Edge is back tonight at 7 o'clock.
It is.
What was that gone for, about 3 weeks?
Yeah, it is. It is back and bang. And I think they came back a week or 2 ago after the draft. So they just thought that this offseason that they've had with Don Waddell coming in here, it would be nice if they could ever pick a coach.
I was going to say, what are we doing for a coach?
How many interviews are we going to do with Rimmer before they have a coach?
I know a couple guys were in this week to talk, but what are we doing? Let's go. It's July 17th. You've already had rookie camp. Actual camp is on the horizon.
The preseason is not that far away.
Pick a coach.
By the way, people, I've been getting texts from my friends. We're just talking about this in the break. And they were asking me, like, why are you always wearing a jacket? Why are you always wearing long sleeves when you're doing the show? Because people can watch us on YouTube now and they can see it. And I basically tell them, well, I think it's a lot like you. We're similar in this regard. I want to be in a mental state where things are a bit chillier, where things are a bit colder. I just enjoy wearing long pants. I will wear shorts because it's so bloody hot. And I don't think I have the worst looking legs of all time. So I will wear shorts through the summer because I have to.
You have deceptively hairy legs.
Yeah, you told me that the other day. And now I'm probably not going to wear shorts much more.
No, don't do that. I'm just saying, you can't grow the facial hair. You look like a pedophile when you try and grow facial hair.
But I also look horrible when I'm clean shaven. I'm like a seal.
You look less threatening when you're clean shaven. You look like Rachel Maddow, but when you've got the facial hair, the patchy facial hair, man.
I know.
Like if you go to an elementary school, they're going to call the police.
Yeah, I know. They always, whenever I had to go and see Jack, they would not let me in. I'd have to do
Of course they didn't let you in.
They have it's basically like a Ring camera, but an industrial strength one for schools. So you push the button and then you have, hello. And they're like, who the hell are you? And I'm like, I'm Jack Hall's dad. Could I please come in? I've got to drop this off for him. And they're like,
that explains a lot.
Let me get the questionnaire. But anyway, I wear jackets because I
like winter clothes too. I'm just too hot to wear.
I like to wear them.
It's too hot in the studio. I do wear pants most of the time, though.
And it is too hot in the studio. It used to be
because
so cold
we got a lot
here.
Because we got a lot of babies who work here.
We do.
A lot of babies complained.
We ruined it.
Especially the 2 infants who host in the morning. Lots of babies. Put on a turtleneck.
Why would Beamer should want it cold? Beamer should want it colder than any of us.
I think Beamer and T-Bone self-insulate themselves.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know that.
If you think about it.
They should be hot all the time, but they're not. They're both cold.
If they were sea-dwelling beings, they would be in the North Atlantic all the way, right? Beam would be up in the Strait of Georgia, like up there in the Canadian banks. Bone would be heading up towards Greenland. They would seek cold waters.
I saw this tweet from everybody's favorite college football reporter, Brett McMurphy, yesterday. He tweets, Big Ten, SEC, unlikely to add Florida State if it leaves ACC and ACC survives, sources told Action Network HQ.
A lot of this is heating up again now.
Big Ten and SEC don't want FSU because adding FSU doesn't make financial sense, no desire to expand, and they've been a disruptive partner, sources said. Okay, let's unpack that. Florida State makes financial sense in the fact that they add value to you. So
I would think they still do.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, I'd kind of disagree with that.
You know, there are a couple teams in the ACC that I would like to have from a value standpoint if I'm running the Big Ten. Florida State's one of them. Clemson's the other one.
I would think maybe North Carolina.
Okay,
fits in there.
Because we're factoring in from a basketball perspective, too, obviously.
You're only getting one of the most famous basketball brands of all time. And their football is holding up a little bit.
I thought you were going to say Miami, and Miami can just go.
No. I'm done with Miami.
That's it for them. I'm tired of hearing Miami's back. They are what they are, and that's garbage.
Win something.
But they have financial value, so I don't buy that. No desire to expand. I don't know if I necessarily buy that. No desire to recruit, I think, is what the conferences are saying. They're not going to go out there and beat the drum. If something happens where the ACC implodes and something falls into their lap,
and all the teams go making phone calls
then
to league offices like, hey,
trust
can we
me,
get in there?
You're going to have a lot of people calling up Florida State. They've been a disruptive partner. Well, look, there's a pecking order in the ACC. They know that they have some hand. They have some say in the way things go.
And they're going to need it.
But if they all of a sudden go to an SEC, if they go to a Big Ten, I would think they're smart enough to know their role. But then again, what do I know? I talk to Nebraska people that still pump out their chests like they have some sort of say in anything.
What is the role? Backseat to Ohio State?
Backseat. You're a Tier 2 program until you prove otherwise, and you're in the conference long enough to gain respect. You got to earn your stripes again.
It's a little bit like what Texas and Oklahoma is going to do in the SEC.
That's exactly right.
And
exactly right.
Texas is lucky that they are doing this at a time where their football is starting to come back on the rise. Now, this will be another big challenge for 7-win Sark, who finally showed that he can do a little bit better than that last year. And that was the first time really in his career that Steve Sarkisian proved that he could take a big branded school and have a big time season. And still, there's a big difference between, having 10 or 11 wins, making a semifinal and just losing the semifinal, and then winning those 2 football games and hoisting a national championship trophy, which I'd like to think, and I'm sure they would all say the same thing, that is still going to be the standard when you're talking about Texas football, is winning national championships, not just, we're happy to be here in the party. It would be the same as what Ohio State fans would say. We're here to win.
We're saying that now.
We're saying that now, and it's time to win. So I do wonder, and I'm going to watch closely what Texas and Oklahoma do in the SEC. But at the same time, we're still hearing a lot about Alabama, even with the changeover with the coach, because we're still talking a lot about Nick Saban. It's still Alabama. Whether the coach left or not, they are the team that hasn't just dominated that conference. They have dominated college football. So someone has to go out there and unseat them. And for the most part, the only one that's unseating them is Georgia.
Done that,
but they're in that conference. So that's the two. It's those guys, and it's some of those other secondary SEC programs that have been pretty good but have fallen off, like the Floridas of the world, that have to kind of get back on their horse a little bit. And I know their head coach is in a critical year. But Texas and Oklahoma are big branded schools, and they chose to leave where they were the top dogs. And now reports are that possibly, and I don't know if this is going to happen, but seeing some things that say Florida State and Clemson could be interested in the Big 12.
Well, yes. Look, I don't think the ACC is long for this world. I've said this before. They're going to go someplace that conference is going to implode. What type of options are they going to have? I think they still have value. We're talking about Florida State here. I think Clemson has value. But at the same time, right now, they want out, but they're not starving. Okay? Like when you've had a full meal and somebody hands you a Triscuit, you say, what do I need this Triscuit for? It's fine. When you're starving.
If it was a club cracker, I'd find room.
When you're starving, that Triscuit is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And Florida State is trying to be proactive. They may be viewed as a disruptive partner, but they're trying to figure out an exit plan. They don't want to wait till the boat is sinking and then they're flailing in the water.
And everybody else in their conference is going to be doing the exact same thing.
Exactly right.
So they want to be a little bit ahead of that. So what would Washington State and Oregon State say to that Triscuit that you're handing them?
Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Just a Triscuit?
Oh, my God.
Do you have a meal?
Best thing I've ever had.
Do you have a bowl of ramen?
What do you want us to do?
Man.
Maybe like SMU. Remember, SMU is in the Big 12 now. Was it the ACC or the Big 12? Where's that?
Ted,
SMU?
are they in the ACC? SMU's ACC land, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
They took no money.
Right. They said, we'll pay our own way. Wow. Just let us in here. They were so desperate.
Well, in the ACC, all they've been able to do, and this is going to continue to go through the courts, right, where Clemson and Florida State is trying to argue that it's laughable that the value that we bring means that we should get equal cuts across the way. But they've got that grant of rights, correct? Which is what you essentially agree to be a part of that conference. But they're going to argue, well, yeah, but when we signed that, the landscape of our sport was completely different. And all these other schools have had these opportunities now that we have not been able to enjoy. And it's no fault of our own other than that we signed a deal that was normal at the time that we signed it. I mean,
and legally,
who knows how it turns out?
Right. Legally, I don't know if they have a leg to stand on. I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to let the lawyers do what they do and see
it's
where
almost
this
like,
shakes out.
I signed this big, long apartment lease for several years, but a white supremacist just moved in next door and is holding his Klan rallies late into the night.
It's kind of different.
Are you really going to hold me to this long lease?
Correct.
The landscape has changed since I signed it.
Yes.
And since they've signed this ACC grant of rights, the entire landscape of college football is completely different.
It's completely different.
So does that hold up in a court of law? I have no idea.
And you know what you said about the SEC? I call that too. I think they're just reading the room and they're seeing that all these reports that, Clemson and Florida are about to maybe do this themselves. So they don't want to seem desperate right now because I think they clearly believe that they hold the power over everybody in college football, even the Big Ten. And to some degree, they're right while they keep winning the big games. It's one thing if we just compare the financials. It is
who's cashing the bigger checks?
It's the Big Ten and the SEC.
That's right.
But the SEC is winning the bigger games. So I understand how they're going to puff their chest out as they should. We'd probably begin doing that if our other teams after Ohio State started to kick their ass in bigger games and in college football playoff games. But nobody other than Michigan has done a damn thing. So Penn State is completely useless. They do nothing to hold up the rep of the brand when they get into the big-time games. That is a shot. That's a shot out to James Franklin to see if he could start to do something or if they're just still done being great, like he said 5 or 6 years ago.
Maybe you're saying to yourself, hey, it's a 5 o'clock hour and you haven't done Fat Boy Food Tip. Have you forgotten about it? No. Fat Boy Food Tip? Next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 30-minute delay on westbound 670 between 5th Avenue and 315, and you'll hit a 40-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 3 lanes on westbound 70. On the east side, after Kelton Avenue, it's stop-and-go from 33. This report is sponsored by Pierre's Ice Cream. Pierre's Ice Cream Ingredients Inspection. Line up, cream to the right, chocolate chunks left, caramel looking smooth. Every cookie, berry, chip, and chunk earns its place in Pierre's Ice Cream. Made in Ohio, made with the best. Pierre's, we've got your flavor. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items. Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
You know what's better than an Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket? A winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket. And now with a new $1,000 tax-free scratch-off, you've never had a better chance to win $1,000. Seriously, this $20 game has 18,000 $1,000 winners. That's a lot of winners. And that's $1,000 after taxes. So, what are you waiting for? The $1,000 tax-free scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. Your best chance ever at winning $1,000. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $229 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our best value guarantee and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com. We're dealing.
With approved credit, 2024 Sentra SR FWD 24-month lease with $3,000 due at signing and $731.24.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Come play Skyline's 75th Coney Hunt game. Use your phone to search for virtual conies, tap to collect coins, and redeem them for exclusive Skyline merchandise at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Details at skylinechili.com/Coney Hunt.
Menard Steel Roofing is the last roof you'll ever need. It offers superior wind and hail resistance. Plus, it can help you save money on cooling costs. Steel Roofing is also available in cut-to-your-length panels for a fast installation. Save big on steel roofing when you shop at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Join me at Rally House in Reynoldsburg this Sunday from 10 to noon. Meet former crew player Alejandro Moreno from 1 to 2. It's all Sunday at Rally House in the shops at East Broad in Reynoldsburg. Show your colors at Rally House. See you Sunday.
At Glow Fiber Business, your business is our priority. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic solutions, Glow Fiber Business delivers the fast, reliable, and scalable fiber internet your business needs to grow. All backed by the superior local customer support you deserve. Glow Fiber is here, and we mean business. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com to switch today.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Warm and humid scattered thunderstorms on this Wednesday. Temperatures around 80 degrees. Showers and storms out. Cooler weather back in by Thursday morning, down to around 60. Plenty of sunshine, a few late-day clouds, and low humidity on Thursday afternoon with highs in the upper 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Marks.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You wanted the best. Instead, you got these two. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
This dumb show is brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Bone is out. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. I'm here. And we're ready for you. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up at 5:34. Tomorrow is Rimmer's 170th birthday. And he will join us to talk about all his birthday festivities. I think he's on the other coast. I think he's in Southwest Florida, visiting Naples today.
Oh, really?
So I'm sure that'll be a good connection.
You know that town.
I do. Mm-hmm. Yes. A lot of money in that town, Timmy.
A lot of money there.
Lots of money in Naples.
A lot of this in shuffleboarding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a professor that was urging me to start my career in Fort Myers. And he must not have known me too well, because his line to me was, Tim, I think you're a little bit too smart to go into sports. And I think you should go into news.
Who was this person?
One of my professors.
They're idiots.
Didn't see the whole complete picture with me. But I often wonder, I mean, he, you know, like you have good professors and they were in the industry themselves, so they do what they can to give you some guidance and give you some pats. And we stayed friends and texted, 10 years or so into my career.
Became friends?
To see how I was doing.
Like equals?
No, not like equals. No. And somehow, like, something was opening up, and it was very entry-level stuff, right? TV news. We're partnered with 10 TV here, so we see how the beginnings go. But you're talking one-man band. You go out and do the whole thing. And it was the right decision for me not to go, because part of the actual program at KU, where I did my broadcast journalism degree, the real life broadcast work was TV based. And so you had to do basically an entire day working at a TV station. That was your junior, senior, like big credit hour stuff. And I just hated it. I absolutely hated it. Just doing TV stories day after day after day.
You can't wear your tracksuits and
have
your pedophile beard.
The fun was just lacking, but Fort Myers, Florida would have been the opportunity, would have been the option to start.
Fat Boy Food Tap.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
The USA Today has put together a list of the top 10 regional fast food chains, okay? Regional.
Love that.
Number 1 on their list is Skyline Chili.
How about that?
So Skyline, number 1. I have not heard of a lot of these other ones, but maybe you have because they're in the South.
What an honor.
Number 2, Biscuitville.
Oh, yeah.
Founded in Burlington, North Carolina. Have you been to Biscuitville?
I told you, when I traveled a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's where you went.
I stopped at multiple restaurants with biscuit in the name. I had Biscuitville and Biscuit World.
So how's Biscuitville?
They're phenomenal. They have a slight edge on Biscuit World because they do fried chicken biscuits.
Okay.
And a spicy fried chicken biscuit.
Number 3 on the list is Dick's Drive-In, founded in Seattle, Washington. I've never been to Dick's. I don't know Dick. Number 4, Z Burger, founded in Washington, D.C. Are you familiar with Z Burger?
Oh, man.
That's your backyard.
That is. I feel like I should know what a Z Burger is, but maybe they're a little bit newer. I'm going to look them up.
Number 5, Lion's Choice, founded in St. Louis, Missouri. I have no idea what Lion's Choice is.
What do they serve? Do we know?
I have no idea. We can look it up.
All right.
Lion's Choice. Number 6, Hattie B's Hot Chicken, founded in Nashville, Tennessee. I have heard of Hattie B's. I have not been to Hattie B's.
Me neither, but that sounds awesome.
Number 7, Taco Cabana, founded in San Antonio, Texas. I don't know it. I have not been there. Number 8, In-N-Out Burger, founded in Baldwin Park, California, which I think most of us who have gone out west have been to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, we've had them.
Number 9, now if T-Bone were here, he would fight this because he wants it to be number 1. Whataburger, founded in Corpus Christi, Texas. And number 10, Shoop's Hamburgers, founded in Hammond, Indiana. I've been to Hammond many times. I dated a girl who lived in Hammond.
Huh.
She was the only one who had all her teeth in Hammond.
That's Chicago area, right?
That's correct.
Northwest Indiana.
I am not familiar with Shoop's Hamburgers.
Okay, Lion's Choice boasts the original roast beef.
So it's like a Arby's, Racks,
absolutely
sort of deal.
It looks phenomenal. I mean, it looks very much like an Arby's, and here's one where they have an Arby's-style roast beef Swiss sandwich on some Texas toast, and the all-roast beef or the roast beef with Swiss.
Why don't we do more sandwiches on Texas toast?
I don't know, but it is
right? A wonderful vessel.
Why don't we do more breakfast sandwiches on Texas toast?
I don't know.
I feel like it's everything but. Like you and Bone, you helped bring the bagel sandwich back to McDonald's, right? And that's a big deal. We have English muffins. We have everything bagels. I think an everything bagel is fantastic for a breakfast sandwich, and it's tough to beat. But Texas toast, my diner, I say my diner, the Olympic Diner, which I love to visit on Roberts and Hilliard Rome.
Your diner?
Yeah.
They know you by name when you go in there? Hey, Timmy!
They should. They should.
But they don't.
They know my face.
Say, oh, creepy facial hair man's back.
They have Texas toast as a toast option, and it's 100% the way to go. And there's no upcharge for it. I think they have a little upcharge for the cinnamon raisin toast, which I also enjoy.
So congratulations to Skyline Chili, rated the #1 regional fast food chain in America.
That's phenomenal. That's good for them. That's a really high honor for many establishment to get that.
What else do you have? Anything?
Get the #1 spot right there. Let's go epitome of stupidity here. My guys.
Oh, what is this for? Wildcard Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, I was doing a wild card.
I meant, do you have anything for food as we end?
Yeah, you know what?
No, do the wild card.
Okay, real quick.
Save the food for tomorrow.
He says, about 20 minutes ago on 670 West, I saw a guy in a junk collection company vehicle move from the middle lane to the fast lane for no discernible reason. And in my rear view, watched fast lane traffic get stuck in a line behind him. We've all seen this. This is punishable by death, correct?
Right, I'm going to tell a story now.
Yeah.
That I've never told before. I've told it in the office. I've never told it on the air. So, this was about 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting on 270 South from the Tuttle exit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I know.
Northwest side of the city. So I'm getting on, merging on. I am behind a white SUV.
White SUV. Ford Bronco.
This white SUV needs to haul ass. I mean, just hauling ass, which I'm a fan of, to get into the left lane. All right, his entire mission was to get into that left lane.
You're just burning. You're taking you're looking left shoulder.
Right.
You got that crease.
And
all
so
the way over.
I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy wants to get in the left lane so badly. He's gonna fly.
I want to be with him.
He's gonna once he gets in the left lane, it's gonna be clear sailing, right? So he's moving. He's other cars are trying to drive. And I gotta get in that left lane, right? And I'm behind him. And I'm moving over cautiously, too, trying to get to that left lane because I like to put my foot down a little bit. And he gets in that left lane, finally gets there. And then he slows down and just camps his ass in that left lane.
Doing 71 miles an hour?
Not even that. He was maybe going 67.
Oh, my God.
In that left lane, and he was going the exact same speed as the person in the middle lane, so there was nowhere to go.
So why
You're
do
chapped.
it?
You're just trapped in there. You got nowhere to go, and I'm seething. I'm behind this guy. I said, I thought you were going to be my speeding buddy. Now you got me all bunched in here, left lane. I got nowhere to go.
So are you making motions? Are you
I'm doing the head shaking
things?
and the hands are waving.
How do you not notice? You can see the drivers unless you have a tinted windshield. When you look in your rearview mirror and someone's right behind you, how are you not cognizant of how pissed off that person is?
So finally, after several annoying miles, the person on my right changes lanes.
So
now the middle lane is open. I can get in the middle lane. I can pass this idiot who's in front of me on the left lane. But I'm one of those guys where when I pass somebody who's stupid, I got to look at him.
Yeah.
I got to see who the hell this is. I got to look in their dead eyes and see what they do, try and make up a plan for what their family looks like, what their job is. So I'm coming up on the car, and I look in the window, and it's Dom Taberry.
Oh! Hey, what are you going around me in the middle lane for, dude?
So quickly, I turned back. I don't think he saw me staring at him.
You flipped him off.
But what the sad part is that we're going to the same place. He's coming into work, and I'm coming into work. We work in the same building. So now I got to go even faster so I can beat him here.
Just separate. Get distance.
Separate. I didn't want the awkwardness.
You got to separate.
I didn't want to pull into the lot at the same time he was pulling in the lot because I would have said something. He probably would have said something to me.
Oh, my God. I'm always worrying about when I come off of the exit from 315. It's actually, 670. I get off the 670 East exit and hook around to Route 33 here. We can turn by the post office and into work. And there's always a couple cases where people are just asleep at the green light. And you know me, I'm a proponent of a quick honk. I'm a proponent of a quick honk. I feel like sometimes these people would sit through the entire green light.
There comes a period where you have to honk.
I think I'm right. I give a good 3 Mississippi count, and I'm like, bep, bep, like, come on. And then if they're still asleep, I go, bep. And I'm always worried. And I'm also mouthing things and making motions.
That it's somebody who works here.
That it's like Big Rig or somebody. Like, I'm always worried that I honk. Do something to the wrong person.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. Tomorrow's his birthday. Today he will join us. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a 5-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 71 and 23, and a 15-minute slowdown because of an accident that's blocking the left lane on southbound 71 on the north side after 670. It's stop and go from North Broadway. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here for my friends at RCD RV. Remember your favorite summer vacation as a kid? Well, I sure do, and I can tell you those memories will last forever. And there is still time to create those memories with your family when you visit the fine people at RCD RV. You can literally go anywhere in an RV. The mountains, the lake, road trip of a lifetime. RCD has over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock, something for every budget. Visit them at one of their 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers, the people who refuse to make trade-offs in life. Like Kelly, when her old car insurance got so expensive that she couldn't afford to drive anymore, do you think she started carrying her groceries for miles? No. But she did find Direct Auto's savings that allowed her to drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25%, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a quote today at directauto.com. Savings based on applied discounts and will vary. Terms apply. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Straight from the manufacturer, cabinets are a better value. That's why you need Choice Cabinet for your next project. All wood, quality cabinets from an Ohio business that does things right. Choice Cabinet, 216-378-9313 or choicecabinet.com.
Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend is back. Shop buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special offers on diamond engagement rings. Visit us at Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend, Friday, July 26th and Saturday, July 27th on Sawmill Road.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Soak up the savings this summer from Family Dollar. It's never been easier. Just download the Family Dollar app, sign up for smart coupons, and see how you can save more than ever before. Enjoy smoking hot deals on cookout classics or get ready for outdoor fun with SPF for the whole family, plus pool toys, decor, and so much more. Check out the app today and get ready to save with the Family Dollar Summer Savings Event. New offers drop every week. Family Dollar, helping you do more.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Jeff Rimmer. Whether it's a Porsche, an Audi, Volkswagen, Subaru, Polestar, or a certified pre-owned vehicle, Buyers Imports has you covered. And now with the new quick lube lane and an expanded service center, they'll get you in and out quickly with no appointment necessary. So whether you're buying your next vehicle or servicing your current one, elevate that experience at easy to get to and easy to deal with Buyers Imports. And come see why it's better to buy at Buyers by the airport.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone's name dropping with the biggest name dropper of them all, Jeff Rimmer.
Sponsored by Buyers Imports by the airport.
Rims joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, Rims.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Did I see correctly that tomorrow's your birthday?
You did, and I'm not anywhere near 170. 169 perhaps, but not 170.
So do you have any big plans for the celebration?
Yeah, my wife's going to take me to dinner here. There's so many great restaurants. I think I told you earlier on today, you may have mentioned it on the air, that we're over on the other coast of Florida here in Naples. The first excursion away from the home, and we're going to go to one of my favorite restaurants here in Naples. And, of course, there's a lot of people from Columbus that spend either the winters or even the summers and come down on vacation here, so they'll certainly know the restaurant well.
What's the restaurant?
Bricktop. The most amazing ribs that you can get anywhere, and I am a lover of ribs, and let me tell you, Bricktop is top shelf.
I've never been to that before. Have you been to Rib City?
No, that's Rib City. It sucks in comparison. By the way, it's a lot more expensive, let me tell you. Dinner's not cheap. Dinner's not cheap at the Bricktop, but my wife Farrell's going to entertain me for dinner, and we'll see where it goes from there.
You know, it excites me that you're having ribs for dinner, Jeff. Just the fact that you're going to get in there with your hands and rub barbecue sauce all over your face. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, hey, you're not too far wrong, buddy. Timmy, you're on the money, and I have to pick my wardrobe accordingly because I don't want to get all messed up. But yeah, there'll be some barbecue sauce on my face and in my beard and mustache. But they bring the wet towels after, so I can clean up if I need to. There's a shower in the restaurant that I can certainly
hold on a second. Wait a second now. They bring the wet towels is what I was going to focus on. Not even the wet naps. Yeah. That's for hillbillies. They give you actual wet towels.
Yeah, a real towel.
Yes.
A real towel.
Yes. Yes.
Is there actually a shower in this restaurant?
No, I was extending my comment there.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no shower.
All right.
That's just a little joke for you.
But if there was, that would be the place to have it, especially if you're a rib guy. But it's not just ribs. They've got steak and all kinds of stuff. Again, it's Bricktop. In fact, I might even mention that I'm giving them a little air plug. Maybe I'll. Although Farrell did tell him it was my birthday, so I'm sure I'll get a free dessert.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. When are they going to name a coach for this team, Rims? What are we doing here?
I think they're getting close. They're interviewing a couple of other candidates that were in the final group, and I'd suggest here later on this week or early next week, the Blue Jackets will name a new coach.
Have they decided internally on who they want, and they're just working out the logistics?
Well, I can't tell you they've decided, but I'm sure they're close. And, again, they've got to work out contractual terms, something they were unable to do with McClellan. But I'll tell you, I did some research on my own as far as the two candidates, and as you know, Mike Russo, who writes for The Athletic, is one of their senior writers, is based out of Minnesota. And he gave Everson high marks because, if you recall, they bought out Suter and Parise, and their cap hits were considerably very, very high. As a result, he was still able to get them into the playoffs. So, and that's despite some 15 to 20 million that they could not spend based on those two buyouts. So, yeah, maybe Everson gets the leg up. Talking to Mike Russo, he's impressed with him as a coach. Obviously, he got dismissed earlier on this season, but I'll tell you, he's a bit of a bulldog too. You watch him on the bench, and if he gets upset, it almost looks like his eyes are bulging out. So. He wants the job. According to Russo, he thinks he can turn things around as far as the team structure and the culture that we've all heard of time and time again. So it'll be interesting to see what develops here in the next few days.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. Now, Jeff, clearly we know what this team is facing this coming year in 2024-25 without having a coach yet in place. Is there a particular player that you have kind of circled that just needs to take another step for the CBJ to even have remotely a chance to be a playoff team this coming year?
Well, I've said this before. I'll say it again. They need Elvis Merzlikins to play up to the abilities that he's capable of. And as you've heard, General Manager Don Waddell, President and GM Don Waddell said that they need, and he's not going anywhere at this juncture, they need Elvis at the top of his game. And that's certainly the one player for me that's got to be the big guy to step forward. And is he capable of it? Well, you think back to the reason he got that long-term contract, and he showed the ability that he could be a top goalie in this league. But he's had, obviously, some issues. And I really wonder, in hindsight, looking back, that his best friend and fellow Latvian, the death of Kivalenkas on July 4th, I wonder just how much of an effect. I get chills just thinking about Kivlenix because that was certainly a loss for the hockey team.
Name dropping
and a loss for Merzlikins.
Absolutely, well. We've talked about this before. I don't know how mentally you can handle something like that, but I feel for him. But the reality is,
he was there.
I know he was right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
we called him a hero, and that he
absolutely
saved a lot of people in that situation.
But the reality is too is that you need him to perform at his job, and he has not done that. He has not earned. Well, he earned the contract, I guess, because they gave it to him. He has not lived up to the contract.
True, absolutely true, and obviously the Jackets feel that he can take a step, and in particular, they're going to need the defense in front of him to do their job. But he's the player to answer Tim's question.
All right, name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Friends, Buyers Imports by the Airport. Talk about your friends, Rims.
I was on the phone earlier on today, as is the norm, with Kevin King, the general manager of Buyers Imports by the Airport. And you'll be happy to hear, and certainly our listeners will be happy to hear, that the amazing lease, 27 months, $299 of the Polestar 2 is still very much available. As well, they have a great selection of all makes and models, be it a Subaru that you're looking for. Let's move over to the Porsche dealership and Macans, which is a car that I drove religiously through all these years in Columbus. It's a great car. It's a great value, and I certainly enjoyed them. All makes, colors, styles, and models are available. There's a great selection of Volkswagens if you prefer perhaps a Jetta, and they've got all makes and models of that regard. And let's not forget service. They have beefed up the service at Buyers Imports by the Airport, and I suggest you go there because you can be in and out, not only with the oil change, but as well, you'll be in and out with a car wash. So that car will look great for the weekend coming up.
That was quite the read right there. That was a long-ass read. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday tomorrow. My gift
No name dropping? No name dropping?
We're out of time.
Great name.
What's the
We're
name?
Out of time.
Quickly.
Say it.
LT.
Lawrence Taylor.
The former New York Giant, who I met here today at the golf course. I can't golf, but I had golf with, I did spend lunch today with my golf buddy and the head pro at Old Cypress, Joe Conforti, and it just so happened that LT was teeing it up. He loves golf, and he and Joe are great friends. So there's my name drop for the day, and I'm disappointed you saved it for the end.
I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Rimmer. We'll talk to you next week.
Did you send a gift?
I did.
Oh, great.
It's in the mail. It's coming for you.
You have the right address?
I got the right address. I hope you got some big-ass batteries to put into it.
Perfect.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's some stop-and-go traffic that's causing almost a 30-minute delay on westbound 670 between 5th Avenue and 315, and expect a 15-minute slowdown if you're on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and 315. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart, who stands between your vehicle and rust, bug guts, scratches, and your best friend riding shotgun. Refresh your ride with Z-Bart Detailing Services. For a limited time, scratch removal from only $29 and window tint starting at $99. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Okay, so that's the final price. Oh, an extra fee to drive here. Is that it? A knock on the door fee. So is that the final price? A 15% Wednesday surcharge. What for? Oh, because it's Wednesday. Of course. Can I get back to you on this?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows.
This quote you gave me, are there any other charges I don't know about?
Other charges?
Like an it's too sunny fee or my dog wet the carpet tax.
No, Apex always gives you upfront pricing.
No surprise fees?
Never.
No charge if your stomach hurts or you lost your library card?
Upfront pricing every time at Apex Pros, whether it's plumbing, heating, and AC, or our new electrical services.
I'll call you right back. Hello, other company? Hi, me again.
It's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear. You'll never get a surprise charge with the Apex Pros upfront price guarantee. Schedule an appointment now at apexpros.com.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advance sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Morning Juice.
I don't think any type of computer could replicate my humor. The places that my mind can go are places that artificial intelligence
dare not.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's summer and time to do more outdoors, but do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men and happens naturally. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now, Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. Offer till July 31st. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
we got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Call 614-502-5220 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
You know when you said come over for the fight? We thought you meant your house.
You guys want another round of Bud Lights?
Service is better here. And so is the beer.
Bud Light is back as the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. It's time to strike. 0% APR up to 36 months on all new 24 Accords, 25 Civics and Honda Pilots, and CRVs. How about a 24 Passport or a Honda Prelude, even a 24 Ridgeline? Rich is throwing it out at 0% APR up to 36 months. Only from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Parkway, just south of 270, with approved credit. See dealer for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Timmy is usually hosting the Buckeye Show, but Timmy is with me. So tonight, it is Dave Biddle and Devere Posey. Before we get to Wildcard Wednesday's fun. Did you know that Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus? As a matter of fact, I had somebody on the burner phone message me earlier today. I'm trying to see if I can find it now. Hey, my husband's guys, headed to the casino to celebrate our 22nd anniversary and listening to your show. Can you give us a shout out? Cheryl and Sean. Cheryl and Sean are hanging out at Hollywood Casino Columbus. They're married 22 years.
There it is.
They're spicing it up by going to the casino and having fun at the sports book. Food, drink, passed out, coked out Scotty Vegas right there. It's all available to you. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Wildcard Wednesday. Timmy, I have a prize to give away. Give me a wild card that you think is deserving of the prize.
Let's go with this because this was yesterday or a couple nights ago, and we're trying to get you back into this, which we all loved as kids. World Cup Golden Boot Jiz Hornkamp says, my drunk singers, you get to create any rules you want for the home run derby and can pick who has to participate. What do you do for mass chaos and also entertainment value? So, yeah, we can put everyone in there that we want. And then I think we're going to have like either Ken Griffey Jr. or Frank Thomas. We'll have a legacy player.
And she'll like it too.
And we're going to have like a dizzy bat race before one of the participants goes. So dizzy home run hitting. Then we're also going to have the fences brought in. The fences will move back and forth.
Oh, they're moving.
Yeah, so like,
I like that.
Like the hoop fever Papa shot, how you have the setting where the hoop gets closer to you and farther away.
The fences move.
Mm-hmm. And there's big, loud sound effects that play when the ball goes over the fence.
Little people shagging the balls, too, in the outfield.
Well, we'll get actual Oompa Loompas.
They're all dead.
We're bringing them back.
Okay, all right.
We're making them in a lab.
So who wins the prize?
World Cup Golden Boot Jiz Hornkamp.
He gets a $50 gift card to Pecan Pennies. Pecan Pennies, your downtown home for barbecue, happy hour, and soccer. Back page, let's do it.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy.
Talked about this recently with the big cat, Andy Katzenmoyer. Not a lot of us seem to understand what goes into getting a nod for the College Football Hall of Fame. Because why the hell wouldn't a guy like Andy Katzenmoyer be in it?
No, I've had this discussion before where it seems like they value people that have substantial NFL resumes.
Yeah,
and I don't know what that has to do with the College Football Hall of Fame.
You cannot tell me, you cannot look at a college football player and look at what Andy Katzenmoyer has done, being a first-team All-American and the dominant player that he was.
He should be in the College Football Hall of Fame.
And talked to him recently. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what it is. And I said, we're going to try to right that wrong. Well, Randy Moss was doing Kay Adams, who used to be on Good Morning Football. She's got her own little pod. He was doing that podcast, and this subject came up. It seemed like it was almost one of the themes of the interview. It was supposed to be, like they had the graphics there, Randy Moss, inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. And it just sort of, your interview just doesn't quite hit the way that you think it's going to, or you don't get the discussion or the conversation that you envision. And Moss didn't necessarily look bothered by being asked about the College Football Hall of Fame, but it went a certain way to where Kay Adams actually, and they left it in, asked if that was bad and should we take it out of the interview. So you can hear that part in the interview because he said, oh, no, Don't bother.
Why didn't you want to talk about it?
He said, leave it on. He said, I don't know anything either about the College Football Hall of Fame, but I think when you do it backwards, am I supposed to be excited? So I think what he meant by that is kind of being left out for a long, long time. He got into the Pro Football Hall of Fame before he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He said, I'm very appreciative. It goes back to the body of work. I put up some crazy numbers in college. And then it had this little note. I didn't know this. He initially planned to play for Notre Dame.
Yes, I do remember.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was a fight at school that derailed those plans.
And they pulled the scholarship offer.
So he became, in their eyes, more of a problem player. But do you remember there was footage, and they used this in a commercial for a lot of years. I think it was in a Gatorade commercial. He had a very well-known high school teammate, Randy Moss did, who wound up being a very popular and had a cool nickname, too, in the NBA. And there's high school basketball footage of this point guard and Randy Moss really racking up some points and some big plays. Jason Williams, White Chocolate.
Oh, yes.
He and Randy Moss.
Oh, you know, now that you say that, I do remember that Nike commercial.
Mm-hmm. Nike or Gatorade,
one of those
whatever commercial it wound up being. Also, I guess I can't travel to South Korea. I think Korean food is amazing. I would love to go there just to eat. But they are banning, or it already has been banned, little known fact, don't plan on having everything bagels. Don't plan on, bringing an everything bagel seasoning. Don't plan on going to a Trader Joe's in South Korea and buying their everything bagel seasoning because it's banned in South Carolina. For the
Not South Carolina.
South Carolina and South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah. So they say that the poppy seeds are the problem in there. Like it's that kind of poppy
It's not heroin.
What are we doing? It's not like mushrooms are not psychedelic mushrooms.
Oh, we can't have a portobello.
What are we
Can't
talking
have that.
about?
We'll be tripping on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I guess people would occasionally travel there and they'd have, I don't know who the hell's traveling with everything bagel seasoning. What kind of nitwit?
You really like it, man. I'm going on vacation, but I'm taking my seasoning with me.
I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
What's today? Today's Wednesday. So tomorrow, big Thursday show. I'm trying to think what we have. Oh, Name That Hole Thursday. We didn't do it last week.
Back?
We'll do it tomorrow. Yes, we'll do it. Name That Hole with Timmy tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a 20-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 3 lanes on westbound 70 on the east side after Kelton Avenue. It is stop and go from James Road. You'll also find a 10-minute delay if you're on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Your Big Ten action update. The Iowa Hawkeyes have the 6th best odds to win the Big Ten this year at 41-1. Iowa is 250-1 to win the national championship. The Hawkeyes season win total is at 7.5 games. And Iowa's non-conference schedule this year includes games against Illinois State, Iowa State, and Troy. Iowa is plus 680 to make the 12-team college football playoff. For your action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey, I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself can be, well, you know.
Okay, I'll give you half now.
And?
No, and just half.
What?
Avoid the hassle. Come to We Buy Any Car instead. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Yeah, I can't do half.
I could probably bump it up to like 50%.
Just go.
Okay.
Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
With surgery and drugs being the main options to treat chronic joint pain, that left orthopedic surgeons like Dr. Ray Tessner thinking,
geez, wouldn't it be nice if we can have another form of treatment that eliminates some of the downside and has a bigger upside as we learn more about it?
And then he found it. Regenerative medicine, an exciting, fast-growing approach to dealing with pain using healing agents from your own body.
Well, it's using the miracle benefits of the human body to help encourage healing.
Today, you'll find Dr. Tessner at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving patients lasting relief from joint pain in their knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
It's one of the best management tools that has come around in a long time.
Finally, options other than surgery and steroids. All natural regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Learn more. Call today for your free consultation.
Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan.